and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports live coverage of the Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic. I'm Maximilian Kiever, joined alongside with my man Jay from Shooting Stars. I got that backwards yet again. Sports Shooting Stars. How you feeling today? And right now we're getting ready, before you continue on, we're going to watch Harrisburg play against Imhotep. But how are you doing today, man?
Max, I'm doing fantastic. It's been a great day of football, calling football with you here as part of Roxamore Sports Network and RoxamoreSports.com, Roxamore Sports Network on social media, and Sports Shooting Stars. And this is the one that has a lot of people throughout the high school football fan base talking. You've got three of the top-ranked teams in the state of Pennsylvania squaring off here at the conclude the 4th annual York Rose Bowl. You got Harrisburg, who just less than 12 months ago was seconds away from making the state finals. Back and forth contest with Central Catholic in Pittsburgh. Again, I seen the game 21-0. They fell behind, but their offense turned on all cylinders. Again, a regular powerhouse, a team that's constantly appearing in the state semifinals. Meanwhile, Imhotep out of Philadelphia, you're talking a school that when it comes to making the state finals, it doesn't matter what classification they're in. They're always a regular player. 7 championship appearances in the last decade, whether it's in Class 4A, 5A, and now they're trying to get it again in 6A. Made the playoffs last year in their debut season in Class 6A, but ran into that buzzsaw known as St. Joe's Prep. But they're trying to bounce off of that and get, maybe another title run here in 2025.
Absolutely, and we have some really great stats also lined up. More on that later, but from what I'm seeing, the quarterbacks look like they have a lot of good potential here for a fantastic game. We have a lot of great scholarships lined up for these athletes. Shout out to our scouters watching this, and shout out to you guys, the viewers.
Absolutely, and some of the names to keep an eye on here for Harrisburg. Messiah Mickens, the running back, 2,300 yards rushing last season for the Cougars. Had actually 1,400 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns. He is committed to Penn State. We playing for James Franklin here, and I'm telling you right now, we talk about those that have potential to play in the NFL on Sundays. This guy is it, man. He could single-handedly take a game and put it on his back and carry this team. But he's not the only one. You got Jalen Lewis. You got Kevin Brown, who is a Penn State commit as well. You got Elias Koch, a Rutgers commit, the good wide receiver who, you talk about players that have glue for hands. Yeah. You throw it within a 5-mile radius, Koch is going to catch it.
Going to Rutgers, back to football's roots. First game of football was actually played in the 18th century, 155 years ago, between Rutgers and Princeton University. So, I mean, he's going right back to ground zero. You got to love that. It's going to be a fantastic game. I'm seeing a lot of great stature in these gentlemen on the fields here. And eventually, we're going to see how they play when they're in action against each other. But, I mean, from what we've seen from the stats, it's going to be a good game.
Absolutely. 2 elite coaches as well. You got Harrisburg coach Cal Everett heading into his 15th season. Again, a guy, 10 wins is almost a bar for him. It's just getting started. And again, deep trips into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Devin Johnson of the Panthers, another one, 6th year. All he's done is won. He's won state titles, appeared in state title games, and they got a stacked roster too, led by running back Zaire Coleman. 14 Division I offers, notably Oregon. You got South Carolina. You got Penn State. This guy is going places as well. Along with him, you got Charles Belzer, offers at UCF and Virginia Tech. So we got a star-studded game here on our hands.
Absolutely. And these events, the Chambersburg, originally the Chambersburg, is it the Peach Bowl? Yeah, the Chambersburg Peach Bowl for basketball, and now it's the Rose Bowl for football. It's been year 4. These events are fantastic for these athletes because they shine the spotlight on these athletes that really deserve the attention. They're getting the recognition they deserve, and scholarship offers, a number of other things that is just paving the way for the dreams to come true, and absolutely love it. Shout out to Ron Corsi for setting up this event. And this is the last game of the Rose Bowl. The previous game was played by Canada's very own North Clarkson, and they took that game away with a pretty good victory. If I recall, it was 36-7, but it was a fantastic win for them. They won. They started off this event back on Friday night, yesterday, and they took away 2 victories. So hopefully we'll have a good banger tonight to finish off things, the cherry on top of this otherwise fantastic weekend. And again, thank you for joining us here at Roxamore Sports Live. Sorry for the background noise, but thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. I'm Maximilian Kiever, joined by my man from Shooting Star Media, Jay.
That's right, Max. And you know what? We at Sports Shooting Stars, Roxamore Sports, man, we got it going on. We got all your high school athletics action you could possibly ask for, and then some. A great team of commentators, great, people doing everything. We got the best DJ in the business. You hear him in the background taking requests, even though he can't. And we got the man behind the board. Again, and we got, if they call them dog fights, this one is going to be a cat fight. I'm going to make a prediction here. I'm not saying who's going to win or who's going to lose. You're going to have to stay in and find out for yourself. But the first two games have been pretty decisive, one-sided beatdowns. I'm going to call it. This one is going to be one of those ones that goes down to the final minutes.
Right. I've seen Harrisburg on the 7-on-7, but I have not seen them play in the actual football game. I've seen Imhotep, and they were forced to be reckoned with. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this game goes because I'm coming in with just absolutely no real expectations of how it's going to turn out. And it should be a very interesting event going forward. And again, this is the last game, so thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. We're about to take our seats soon because the game is about to kick off in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, provided nothing else changes. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like meat meals, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the uttermost. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screamin' lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
And welcome back to the Roxamore Sports live coverage of the Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic. And right now, we're looking at the beginning of a game between Harrisburg and Imhotep. It's going to be an intense game, as we mentioned in the pregame show. So I'm expecting this to be close. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it, man. We've seen it sometimes where we're expecting, close game, and it just turns out just to be a beatdown. But hopefully that's not the case. And, we looked at the stats. If you go to maxpreps.com or you go to 24/7 Sports, you can most certainly see that's these are two powerful teams. I mean, Clash of the Titans, but actually this is just in terms of mascots, A cat fight.
A cat fight, absolutely. It is going to be a cat fight from start to finish. Make no mistake about it, Max. Either one of these programs is more than capable of winning a state title, especially in the Pac 6A, where St. Joe's Prep has run the show. But listen, it's any given night, we got Imhotep that has won, or appeared in 7 state finals in the last decade. They're no stranger. They've done it in every single classification, 4A, 5A. Now they're trying to do it in 6A. Harrisburg, no stranger. They've made multiple state title appearances in the last 5 years. So again, either one of these teams is capable of breaking through and winning a state title. And you can see the start of it here tonight at this very game.
Absolutely. Starting off with a bang before the official season rolls around. They got the marching band in here. Bleachers are packed. We have the best seats in the house, and they're yours as well. You're in Roxamore Sports Live, partnered with Sports Shooting Stars, as well as our other buddies, Niche TV Network. And shout out to Scotty Unscripted Media as well. We're here in action. We're not in action just yet. Let me not get ahead of myself. The game begins at 7:30. We got a few more minutes ahead, perhaps. Maybe they're going to take the field. I'm a little bit lost on where things are right now, but nonetheless, we've seen a fantastic display of power and talent, skills, communication, strategy all throughout this whole weekend, starting back on Friday.
And let me tell you, when you talk about fans, we've had a great attendance, great show out for every game that's been played so far, but they are packed the streets of York, are the Harrisburg fans. They travel very well. I mean, we went outside, Max, to try to do some pre-show prep, and getting back in here I think we'd have an easier time running through the defensive line of either of these Harrisburg teams than this Harrisburg team than we would getting through this crowd. It is a full house.
Absolutely.
Very, very packed in black and silver of the Panthers. And some tails of the tape here. Keep an eye on here. Number one, Imhotep, 2 PIAA state championships, 2015 and 2023. 2 different classifications, as mentioned, 4A and 5A. Harrisburg, 4 PIAA state championships, most recently in 1969. But again, they are knocking on the door every single season. Cal Everett, one of the best coaches in the state. And again, it is just a matter of time. Tail of the tape for the Panthers. Win the time of possession on offense. Again, winning the time and dominating the clock, keeping Messiah Mickens in that high-octane Cougar offense off the field is paramount. But also limit the turnovers on offense. We've seen in both games now, Max, that turnovers have become critical in the team's, success or lack thereof.
Absolutely.
And for Harrisburg, it's plain and simple, man. Run the ball effectively with Messiah Mickens. That's not going to be a problem because all that guy does is run the football. As mentioned in the pregame, 1,400 rushing yards, 23 touchdowns last season. The Gatorade PA Player of the Year in 2024. Penn State commit. The sky is the limit for him. I'm telling you guys, I don't make predictions often. You will be seeing Messiah Mickens play on Sundays very, very soon.
Absolutely. Absolutely love a Penn State game, so looking forward to seeing him rise and shine in the future, as well as all these other athletes. But right now, time will tell what this game is going to turn out to be, and I got my money on it being close.
And that for the Panthers, came to pay attention to Syer Coleman, 405 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. He's a 4-star prospect. As mentioned, he has 14 different commits, notably Oregon, Penn State, South Carolina. So we're talking some heavy hitters here. SEC, you got the Big Ten. It's sky's the limit for him. He actually racked a 1,000-yard season in his first year as a feature back. So this is going to be a game where I think it's going to be commanded on the ground.
Absolutely. It's well-earned indeed. And again, the purpose of this event is just to shine the spotlight on these very talented athletes here. As, of course, as to bring everyone together, multiple walks of life, as football tends to do. Right now, we're just a little bit far away from not a little bit far away, but we're close to the action. Not exactly sure when this is going to start. I believe I heard 10 minutes kickoff was supposed to start, but we're getting a little bit closer to that time when the kickoff begins here. But there's a lot of potential for this game to be fantastic, and as well as you mentioned, Jay, there's a lot of potential for all these athletes out here. And again, if we can get the spotlight on them, get the scouters all happy with what they're seeing and get some offers out there for these athletes, mission accomplished.
Absolutely. And first meeting between the two squads since 2017. Last time Harrisburg won that one, 33-14. Different ball team now, though.
Absolutely.
It's a higher classification. They're playing up against those Philly big dogs on a weekly basis. So I think this one's going to be a lot closer than that. And like you said, you're going to see a lot of these players get offers, even the ones we're not talking about now.
Right. Yeah, 2 powerhouses going at each other. Imhotep and Harrisburg. And right now they are taking to the field here. Just a moment away from the kickoff. And what a fantastic way to end the 2025 fourth year of the Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic. Now they're doing the national anthem. And that's the national anthem. And we're just moments away from the kickoff here. If you're looking at the field, you'll see Imhotep in the white, the black numbers, and Harrisburg in the black with the white numbers. Harrisburg being the Cougars and Imhotep being the Panthers.
So we got 60 seconds until kickoff. Our amazing PA announcer Dave Berman telling us we got another 60 seconds left until this one kicked off. But both of these teams, man, they are itching to get this game started. Even before the national anthem started, they're lining up. They're ready to rock and roll, and they are ready to close out the York Rose Bowl with this absolute banger of a contest.
Absolutely. We have the school band here, which I absolutely love about these high school bands. I mean, what I absolutely love about these high school sporting events is the bands as well as college events, and we have the cheerleaders here. So it's big with the theatrics, and now we're ready for the kickoff here.
And our PA announcer says it's time to kick it off. Let's rock and roll, baby. The game that has been anticipated throughout the state of Pennsylvania basically since the York Rose Bowl matchups were announced. It is now go time. Kickoff goes to the Panthers. Going to be fielded just outside the 20-yard line. He gets it at the 25, the 30, the 35, and pulled down just outside the 40-yard line. Call it at the 39. 1st and 10, Panthers.
Unfortunately, we have a mystery number here. I'm trying to figure out who number 10 is of Harrisburg. I have 9, and we have 11. Well, we don't have 10 in here. Okay, so we just got to.
The kickoff for Tep. That was a carry by Mikkel Pierce for the Panthers.
Right now, it's 1st down and 10. See what we have right now in terms of offense. Let's see if they're going to get off to a good start right now. It's in the hands of, let's see here, in the hands of 0, that being
Shire Coleman.
Shire Coleman.
Yep. You're going to see plenty of that this contest. Shire Coleman ripping it up the middle again in a big run to kick things off. And at the 47-yard line, they're going right to the no huddle. Another handoff to Coleman. Coleman busts a hole. He's at the 50. He's at the 45, the 40, the 35 before being shoved out of bounds. He hit him so hard his helmet almost fell off, did number 1 for Harrisburg. A little bit of jaw-jacking going off between Elias Koch and Shire Coleman.
You're talking about 200 pounds coming in at full speed. Of course, that knockout is going to be just as you've seen it. Tremendous momentum there, but good gain for Imhotep.
A very nice run. Two strong runs to start out the contest, and already the Panthers are in Harrisburg territory here at 11:25 in the first quarter.
So far, so good here. Yep. Momentum is looking good. They're gaining ground this time on the opposing side at the 40-yard line.
And if you've never seen the Panthers play live, you are certainly in for a treat. Joe McLeish, the quarterback, absolutely has a bazooka for an arm. He can throw it any part of the field, very accurate. Also has some wheels on him. So pay attention to that. He can beat you a number of different ways. As you see the hand there, arm there, nice pass over it and hit complete to number 4, Zaire Pollard, the 6'1 senior. for the Panthers, and that is going to be another first down.
Yeah, you're not kidding. That quarterback has a fantastic arm there.
And
Imhotep.
continue to run the no huddle, Max. So they are trying to make Harrisburg guess. Little time to breathe. Another handoff, and he busted over the middle. There goes a flag, though. We're about to find out what that flag is. The ref is waving that off very quickly. One of these teams is either going to be taking steps backwards or taking steps forward. We'll find out how much. And
there's a holding. They lose 5.
Holding call on Jesse Moody of the Panthers. That's going to bring them back a few yards.
Yeah, that will cost you. But it's nothing too devastating. Expect just a little bit shy from where they started at. So right now, you're looking at Imhotep on the offense. And it's a good handoff to
absolutely
0.
stuffed behind the line of scrimmage.
Zaire Coleman had the ball. Was pushed out by some tight defense.
The sophomore Rashad Wright proven to be Mr. Wright on that play. Loss of yardage, and it's going to be second down and long.
It's looking like it's a good game here so far. Great pressure here from the offense at the 40-yard line, but the defense is holding in pretty strong. You're looking at number 7 with the ball for Imhotep, taking it down to the 36-yard line. That being
number 7 for that'd be Ronell Word, the junior running back, with some big words on that play. Gain of 7.
Absolutely nicely done there. Right now, 3rd and 14, 31-yard line.
And going to be some yardage for the Panthers there as Harrisburg drawn off sides. So we're going to get 5 more on top of that play, Max.
Yep, you lose some and you win some, apparently. So right now, they're getting closer to the red zone. Just a matter of time based on what we're seeing here so far. That defense right now is looking fantastic from Harrisburg as well.
And one of the tail of the tapes we mentioned at the beginning of this, Max, was limit the mental mistakes, limit the the penalties. There's a big one that could come back to cost him here as it's now 3rd and 9. Nice zip over to mid, just a little bit overthrown. Incomplete pass.
Yeah. McLeish, pretty good on that reading there.
Looks like it was intended for number, may have been intended for either 22 or 24. Can't tee from this vantage point. But very nice throw, just a little bit too much pop behind that cannon. We're going to go 4th down, and the Panthers are going to go for it here, Max. They're going to try to score early and impose their will here in the first quarter against Harrisburg in a battle at the Titans. 2 state-ranked teams, number 3 Harrisburg, number 8 Imhotep. Here at the York Rose Bowl.
Start off strong and swinging. Let's see what they're capable of. So far, it looks like this could be a sure thing based on what we're seeing from McLeish. Great reading on that young man, and as well as a fantastic arm. It's a matter of getting the reception he desires to meet actuality, and great defense. Fabulous.
And that a big defensive stand for Harrisburg on 4th down. Rush McLeish gave him zero time to breathe, drug him down, and it is a turnover on downs. Harrisburg takes possession of the football.
Classic blitz there. Fantastic work from the defense. The offense was looking fantastic from what we saw from Imhotep. Now we got to see how does on the other side with Harrisburg.
So now we get to see Messiah Mickens, as mentioned, 1,400 yards, 23 touchdowns, the Gatorade Player of the Year last season, the Penn State commit. How many great Penn State running backs have we seen over the years? Most notably, recent years, Saquon Barkley of Parkland High. Could Messiah Mickens be the next great to go to, Penn State great? Could be seeing him here right now.
Absolutely. High school is where legends begin. And here we are on the offense, down at the 35-yard line, pushed back down to, it looks like, between the 34th and 33rd yard line.
If you notice, Max, Mickens got the football, and the minute he had the ball put into his hands, there was 4 or 5 members of the Panthers defensive line that smothered him. They know that this Harrisburg team is talented and it's a balanced offense, but Mickens is the straw that stirs the drink.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 7 at the 35-yard line. Snap back in the quarterback's hand, and he throws it off to the wide receiver, taken out by some great defense, but the connection has been made just a little bit outside of the 40-yard line. Looks like, from my view, at the 37-yard line, a 2-yard gain perhaps. Right now, progression is slow. They're running at the 40-yard line. Looks like the
What though, Max? While we wait for that call, we talk about, we'll mention Messiah Mickens a lot. We mentioned Elias Koch, the Rutgers commit. Great wide receiver, great speed, good hands, good separation. But as we've seen there, their quarterback, big pass, and it is complete. He's at the 10. Good night, Irene. Touchdown, Rutgers. Elias Koch. Not Pepsi. It is Coke time, and it ain't the diet variety. Elias Koch, Greg Sciano's product, with the touchdown to put Harrisburg on the board.
Absolutely.
But as I was meant to say before that throw, man, we talk about the quarterbacks. Jayan Lewis absolutely has a bazooka for an arm, too, as we've seen right there. That was all air and hit right on the numbers for the 6.
Absolutely. Well done, well done. And they go in. Let's see if they're going to go in for the extra point here. Or they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Off to a good start, though. A good deep pass from Lewis to Elias Koch. That was a sure thing. Okay, let's see what we have now as they go in for the extra point here.
It looks like they're going to go for 2 here, Max. They're going to try to get off to an early advantage. It looks like they're going to try to put 8 on the board. And direct snap, it's going to go right over the middle, and he is in for 2.
Beautiful 2-point conversion.
Made it look almost simple against a good defense. He just blitzed through that like a hot knife through butter.
So that brings him up 8-0. A nice 2-point conversion.
And that was Princeton Dent with the 2-point conversion. So we got, you're a Jersey guy. I got some Jersey roots. My father is a Jersey guy watching this game. We had Rutgers and Princeton both scoring the same drive.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
That was lousy. I admit you could throw tomatoes at me. Just make sure don't hit anybody else in the booth.
I mean, that's again, man. That's how football started off, there, right? Between Princeton and Rutgers. So I mean, it works. It's appropriate.
You're
it's
right.
appropriate.
You mentioned that in the pregame. Rutgers and Princeton played the first game. Therefore, the first score here is by Rutgers and Princeton. We're playing historical knowledge here in the booth,
man. Exactly. 155 years later, here we are, man.
See, I thought I was impressive with the Duluth Eskimos comment I told you about earlier. You brought up Princeton and Rutgers, man. You got me beat. You got me beat with that knowledge, brother.
Man, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a sucker for dad jokes, man. So
that's why we get along so well. You can appreciate my garbage jokes.
Sometimes they go over my head, and sometimes they land right in the right spot.
Just not square in the face. Because believe me, I get jokes that land square in the face, and they're not pleasant. And a squib kick by the Cougars going to be fielded by the Panthers. That one busted over the middle. He's got yardage and more. This run to turn by number 18 for the Panthers, and that is going to be the Byer Mitchell, the wide receiver, sophomore. Byer Murphy. Well, it's bad enough I said the first name wrong, but then I called him Mitchell. It's Byer Murphy.
You're doing better than me, man. My eyes are playing tricks on me. I'm looking at this without my reading glasses, and yeah.
So just remember,
I was reading the same things you were reading, man. My eyes were reading different names.
You're the man, Max. You are the man. Just remember, it's buyer beware. So when he touches the ball, buyer beware, because it's going to be cash in hand for Byer Murphy.
Okay, here we go. 7 minutes and 56 seconds. First down and 10 at the 42nd-yard line. Imhotep to regain themselves back on the board here. And a flag on the play. a dead ball.
Listen, this Harrisburg crowd is raucous. The band is loud. That's packed. There's not an empty seat on the Harrisburg side.
Absolutely.
You know, you're talking about a 25, 30-minute drive from Harrisburg to York, where we're at. And believe me, I think half the city showed up here tonight to watch their mighty, mighty Cougars here in the York Rose Bowl.
Absolutely. And
that is Coleman again, I believe. Nope, that's the number 22. Excuse me.
Great defense there.
That is Casson Chappelle, not to be confused with Dave Chappelle.
Casson Chappelle, though. I like that name way better, actually.
I like Casson. It's
Casson,
a lot more.
yeah.
It's a lot less uncommon.
Yeah. Definitely has that elegance to it, you know.
Certainly an elegant run there by Casson Chappelle. And it's going to be second down, 41-yard line.
All right, here we go. McLeish has the ball. He throws it straight, and it's in the hands of number 13, just at the 46-yard line. And it connects. Beautifully done. Number 13 being
that's Brian Colmer, the sophomore wide receiver, 5'11", 175 pounds. Big catch there that gives the Panthers another first down.
Absolutely. That is a sharpshooter, McLeish. Fantastic reading on the field, and he saw that opening. He took advantage of it before anyone can even blink.
He certainly reads a defense very well, as you mentioned. He got a good arm. He's got, puts the ball right on the numbers for him, and he seems to have a good grasp of where the defenses are. Back to throw, complete over the middle. This one to number 13, Brian Colmer.
Indeed, looks like it was at the 35-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. At least from my view, it's a little bit hard to see sometimes, but it's at the 37th-yard line of scrimmage. Second down. And 2. And right now, that snapback is in the hands of McLeish. He's running it, and he's going down to the 30-yard line, and 25th-yard line, pushed out of bounds.
And he was pushed with some force. And
Absolutely.
That one, which got some loud applause from the Harrisburg coaching staff in the booth next to us. You can get a pretty good idea whether or not the team that we're in the booth next to is doing something satisfactory. We heard it in the McDevitt game. We're hearing it here so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
But another first down, this time at the Harrisburg 25-yard line. 6:45 left to go, first quarter.
And here we go. Ball is down at the 20-yard line.
Yep, and that's Ronell Word with the run. Ronell says, "Word to your mother" with that run, gaining plus yardage. 5-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 5, and McLeish sends it right to, hard to see where that pass was sent to, number 5, that being
that's Word again.
Kareem Abdul-Haq.
Hawk.
Yeah, we got it right. Okay.
You got it right, Hawk. No Tua with that one. Kareem Abdul-Haq with the big catch. 3rd and 2. But there go the flags.
This looks like it could be a sure thing right here for Imhotep. Again, you want to close that gap up right now before this first quarter closes, because we've seen it slip away in previous games. But most certainly, I have high expectations for these two schools. Most certainly, Imhotep, I believe they can make it a good touchdown out of this. We've seen some fantastic distance from the quarterback there, McLeish. He reads the field quickly, and he reacts quickly. Haven't seen him get sacked all but maybe 2 times at least, if I'm counting correctly.
Very good, good pocket awareness.
Absolutely. Full start. Going back.
That the second dead ball penalty of the first quarter for Imhotep.
I know the game is early, but again, you can't afford that. So.
And a game against a team like Harrisburg, you want to keep the penalties, the unnecessary penalties, at a bare knuckles minimum.
Right.
Especially on a drive that's going in your favor. And there's a handoff again to Kareem Abdul-Haq, who bullies his way inside the 15-yard line.
Great speed by that young man. Great defensive pressure. I mean, when he goes through the defense, he goes through the defense. Just barely makes it out sometimes, but, I mean, he's able to break through some pretty strong individuals, which is a good indication of his strength there. But right now we are 2nd down and 11 at the 19-yard line in the red zone. McLeish sends it into the end zone, and, unfortunately there's no connection inside the end zone. A ball intended to go to either number 4 could have got that, or was actually aiming towards. Once he turns around, I can tell you exactly who that is.
Looked like he was aiming towards Zaire Pollard, the wide receiver. That was number 4, yep. So.
Indeed, that is the case.
But Hawk also was in. Abdul Hawk was also on the action, so seeing him all over the place. A name to keep an eye on here as the game progresses. So far, he's been very proficient in his drive, either on the ball or near it.
Would have been good insurance if one person missed the ball just by the tips of the finger. Somebody else could have caught that, but right now, 3rd down, 11. And McLeish sends it into the end zone, but it goes right above number 4.
That was intended for Pollard again.
Yep. Less than 5 minutes to go here. Right now, Harrisburg off to a great start.
Yep.
And they're only about 30 minutes away from here. State capital. Doing Pennsylvania proud, if that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Not that Harrisburg speaks for all of us in that regard. Well,
when it comes to high school football, their crowds certainly speak plenty loud.
Yeah.
But field goal attempt being lined up for by the Panthers. This one is up, and that is no good. That one, in the words of the late great Bob Euchre, just a bit short.
Yes, and it hurts to see because it was such good potential. They had the lineup there, and the quarterback was most certainly lining that shot up just, well, it's just a little bit too much juice on the ball sometimes, a little bit too high for the receiver to obtain, but still, you could really see that this quarterback, McLeish, he's a natural. This is like second nature to him, reading the field under the pressure, dealing with the closing pocket. He knows where to send the ball and when to rush it, and the few times he's rushed it has actually been a very wise decision, and he's made the most of it. He's actually gained some ground, so I'm looking forward to seeing more from McLeish. Now, Harrisburg.
Special teams, as my main man Dew Jones said at the first game, the 4th element in football, very crucial when that play could come back later on. That missed field goal on a deep drive. You want to take advantage of those deep drives as much as you can, and unfortunately, or not, that pass, brilliant catch by number 8. That is Lewis Dillard.
And taken out by number 3 from Harrisburg, Juwan Johnson.
And he earned that catch. He had to put his hand up there, get some elevation. I thought we were at a basketball game with the way he made that play happen.
I mean, that's
the Randy Moss delight.
That's the beauty of football. A lot of players are basketball veterans, so to speak, and they have that ability to jump up high and catch the ball in otherwise impossible places. So right now, it's looking good here for the offense. Oh, and I spoke a little bit too soon. Classic commentators jinx. Great block there by number 3 from Imhotep. That being
that was right off the shoulder pads of Titus Brown, the tight end. The freshman, Titus is a freshman, 5'11", 220 pounds, also plays offensive linebacker for the mighty, mighty Cougars. Just had it in his hand again. Some of those passes nicely thrown, but bounced right off the shoulder pads. Just a bit short.
Right. A good lineup, though, nonetheless. Great defense. When you have two, dare I say, equally matched teams going against each other, things are going to stagnate sometimes. And right now, you're looking at number 1 from Harrisburg in the action with the ball in hand, running it down to the 45-yard line, outside of bounds.
And that was Elias Koch with another reception, scored the touchdown earlier in this contest.
Exactly.
And this time he gained about 10, 12 yards on the play. We'll find out the exacts here as they move the chains.
And that puts them in a better position as they're closer to the midfield. Looks like they're putting the pressure back onto Imhotep. 4 minutes and 28 seconds remains on the clock here.
And there was a penalty there, so the chains are going to move even further in favor of the Cougars. second such penalty of that kind in this contest so far. And one thing I want to say, without sounding too overly critical of the Panthers, they've got to cut down on some of these penalties because it is, it's immediately being against their advantage.
Yeah, most certainly that's the case. We've seen that in previous games. Eats away at the potential. And full start. 15, dang.
So Max, the penalty giveth, the penalty taketh away. So back a few yards go the Cougars. Remains first down here at the 4:28 mark of the first quarter. Harrisburg leads this one 8-0 here at the York Rose Bowl.
Yeah, so the penalty was on number 15, Trace Walker. And good run, but great tackle right before the 50-yard line. Gains a little bit of ground, but not enough to break the skin.
That was a run by Mickens, but as soon as he gets the football in his hands, this Panther defense is smothering him, not giving him much room to breathe. But Mickens is a talented runner, man. He manages to get plus yards regardless. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. Only Mickens his third carry of the game so far. Number 4 on the way, and he's going to lose yardage on that one.
Yeah.
Number 3 for the Panthers, Charles Belser with the stuff. Belser showing why he's being recruited by Brent Pry at Virginia Tech, along with, Central Florida, Scott Frost. Certainly got a playmaker on the defensive side of the ball there.
Absolutely. Fantastic work here by the defense, holding them back from potentially a great situation that can lead for Harrisburg to get a wider score there. 8-0. 3rd down and 11. If the defense keeps holding on strong, they can break this potential and turn things around, but we shall see. Right now, Harrisburg is not willing to let down just yet. You see the quarterback, number 6, sending it over the sideline there. Number 6 being Mikhail Schenk.
Now that was, even though it was an incomplete pass on that playbacks, very good pocket awareness shown by Lewis. It managed to scramble, avoided a sack, even if, again, it's going to lead to a punt.
Right.
Still managed to maintain yardage, did not lose anything.
Absolutely. And right now, they do have a chance to get this out of the danger zone and potentially turn things around. 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock.
Oh, and he's sneaking to sneak. He's going to run the football. Number 18, and that was a bit gutsy by the Cougars. Did not benefit, but
number 35 with the tackle, Caleb Wosley.
Demir Arp with the attempt at getting a first down, trying to exert their authority here early on, but comes up just a hair short. That's one thing about Cal Everett you'll see, though, is he's a guy who's not afraid to take unconventional approaches during games. Going for a first down on a 4th down situation with a fake punt, certainly not traditional, but again, that's Cal Everett. That's why he's been one of the most successful coaches in the state of Pennsylvania over the last decade.
Absolutely. That was a great call there. Just didn't go according to plan, but nonetheless, definitely defied the expectations. Didn't gain as much ground as they hoped to. And then it does come at a cost as they're still at midfield. And Imhotep, only a 50-yard drive. Let's see if they got what it takes to bring it down to the end zone. Right now, we've seen a lot of action from the quarterback, McLeish. Right now, we're looking at Charles Belser for Imhotep.
I will say one thing about that fake punt, not to continue to beat this dead horse, Max, but that is Cal Everett showing full faith in his defense to let the Panthers have the football on their own side of the rock, on the side of the line. He's putting a lot of faith in that defense, which they've been pretty proficient in that as well. The lights are coming on here in York, getting into the night hour. As we conclude the York Rose Bowl, big run by the Panthers. That's going to be number 0. And that is going to be Syer Coleman. the highly heralded senior, with some plus yardage.
Absolutely.
Going to be a first down, 38-yard line.
The drive is looking good here by Imhotep so far. And right now, I lost track of where that ball went to.
Yeah,
it was a crowd of people.
Once again, Coleman with the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 5, a gain of 5 for the man of many recruiting offers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Talk about overachieving, right? No.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you earned every piece of that.
You see runs like that, and the hard-earned yardage he gets. I can see why he's being recruited by schools like Oregon. And there's a complete pass. He's at the 30 to 20.
Okay.
Pushed out of bounds is number 7, Ronell Word.
Yeah, we've seen some good action from Ronell Ward before. And he certainly is a promising figure here for Imhotep. 1 minute and 32 seconds. And now inside the red zone. First down and 10. 17-yard.
Certainly in the red zone, and the Panthers certainly hoping at this point to capitalize in the red zone area. We're not able to do so last time with the missed field goal, but this time he punches it right up the
looks like
inside the goal line area.
And flag on the play. Let's see what the referee's caught.
Word with the carry.
Looks like a face mask is what they're calling for. But a good run, good drive. I mean, they covered. Yep, personal foul, face mask on number 15 of the defense from Harrisburg.
Yeah,
that being
Trace Walker,
yeah.
who made the tackle on the play, but actually got a little bit too much uniform there, and it's going to be additional yardage for the Panthers.
That's his second foul here. It's going to cost them, potentially bring things up. We'll see where it lands. Imhotep in 1 minute and 15 seconds. First and 4th.
Oh, he's got plenty of time to throw. Wide open.
Oh. My, oh, me, my. Look at that defense. Right in the end zone. Deny that chance at a touchdown.
I must say, man, McLeish had a lot of open room there to make the run. Decided to trust his arm. But now we have, I believe we got 4th down again. Actually, 2nd down and goal with the 4, half the distance to the goal for the Panthers.
It's doable. Defense is looking great here from Harrisburg. Imhotep on the offense. Just absolutely just bulldozing along the field here. And now finally here they are at the 4th-yard line. It's a good indication of where things are going to be heading. For both teams, as we've seen them just absolutely push back and forth. This hasn't been really a strong common denominator for exactly of who has better positioning on the field. I mean, overall, it's just been pretty even, I would say. There's a timeout going on. Just a quick little shout out to our sponsors as well as our partners. We're partnered here with, of course, alongside with me, Jay, from Sports Shooting Stars, as well as Niche TV Network, and of course, Scotty Unscripted Media. Off-script media. Oh my gosh.
And of course, we got some of our other sponsors with Sports Shooting Stars. We got OSS Health, Thornton Automotive of York. We got S3 Performance Training, Basil Institute, BLM Construction and Remodeling, Fairview Early Learning Center, YMCA of York, Good Deals, always a good deal at Good Deals, Wise Printing, Piccolo Friendly Movers, Vertical Raise, and Gamlet. We at Sports Shooting Stars thank you for your continued support of our program. If you're interested in sponsoring with Sports Shooting Stars, please reach out via social media or send us an email at sportsshootingstars@gmail.com.
And break time is over. Getting ready to go back into the swing of things.
And also a shout out to Niche Network, another proud partner of Roxamore Sports.
Looks like they're going with the I formation here. Imhotep on the offense. 2nd down. 4 to go. And it looks like this could be just a thing that they need right now before this quarter closes up. Because, I mean, at least you want to get it. You want to keep it close. Absolutely going into the second quarter. Definitely in the second half of the game. You want to keep it as close as possible because that slips away so fast. A lot of potential here between these two teams. They didn't come here to play. They came here to slay. And let's see what we have right now. Is it in? Short.
Certainly going for the slay there and adding 7, but he comes up just about a hair short of the goal line. So we are going to be 3rd down and goal to go. Literally 1 yard between them and the pay dirt here with 45 seconds left to go. Trying to capitalize and tie things up. And the quarterback sneak bust over the middle, and that is going to be flags down. So we will see whether or not this is pay dirt or a trip backwards or something in between.
Yeah, flag on the play there.
Okay.
And that will come out of cost. That will come out of cost.
It was assisting the runner, so they're going to move it back a few yards.
A lot of good potential there. Kind of just squandered away, as all it would take is just the quarterback to kind of run it in there. But
another potential costly penalty for Imhotep. They're 4th of the quarter.
Yeah.
Those penalty yards are a difference between points and possibly zilch. So, again, in a game like this, a team like Harrisburg, you don't want to leave any empty yardage on the field.
Right. And I wonder if they're going to take advantage of the wide receivers or they're just going to try to run it down the middle. I feel like that's going to be risky if they try to run it down the middle at this point in time. I feel like they could really just capitalize off of, see here on the map, Zaire Pollard, or number 18, Briar Murphy. And they try to run it down the middle. Strong defense. Pushes them back at the 5th-yard line.
We got a 4th and 6, 4th and goal at the 6, Max. A tough decision to be made for the Panthers here. They went for the field goal last time. Did not go well for them. Do they try the field goal and go for the points, or did they roll dangerously here?
I feel like just go for the field goal at this point in time. Play it safe. Get something at least on the board. But that is it for the first quarter. And into the second quarter we go. Again, thank you all for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. This is the last event of the 2025 Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic here in York, PA. 4th year. Heading into the 5th year, 2026, but 4th year. And this is how we ended, with a fantastic showdown between two magnificent schools, Imhotep and Harrisburg. An all-out cat fight between the Cougars and the Panthers. And 12 minutes on the clock here. They have a chance to regain themselves, Imhotep that is. And so far, I got to say, the display of power in terms of offense and defense from Imhotep and Harrisburg have been absolutely something to clap about. But at the same time, there's a little bit of change in the strategy perhaps for Imhotep is on the menu here.
And some quick scores while we head into the second quarter from the KDKA Classic in Pittsburgh. It is Elizabeth Forward 14, West Mifflin 7. That one in the second quarter. Other scores of note. It is, if this can even get going here, we got Palmerton and Jim Thorpe tied at 7 in the second. Punxsutawney leads Brockway 14-0 at the half. William Allen and Dobbins, that one never got off the ground. A forfeit victory for the Canaries of Allentown, William Allen. Sharon leads Mercyhurst 14-7. Lansdale Catholic and School of the Future are tied at 0 in the first. Mercer 21, Franklin 0 at the half. Nativity 22, Holy Redeemer 0. And Farrell and Hickory, that one a potential state playoff preview. Hickory leads it 6-0 in the second.
I'm kind of still flabbergasted you said Punxsutawney. I keep forgetting that they exist outside of Groundhog's Day.
Back to throw over the middle. Look for the open receiver, but can just a little bit rifle, a little bit too inaccurate there.
Right.
Going to be one for it.
Right.
And came up empty-handed. So 2 drives deep into Harrisburg territory, into the red zone, and they come away with 0 points.
Got to hand it to Kareem Abdul-Haq, though. He was at the right place. It's just that ball was just way too over. If it was just a little bit lower, he would have been exactly right where they need to be to get that touchdown. But good reading there by Abdul. Where to be at when that ball comes towards you. But right now, things are still on the table. Can Imhotep flip this game around?
Yeah. One thing, though, I want to mention from this point, they have to capitalize more with some points here as they get deep into Harrisburg territory. Again, the worst thing you can do as an offense when you're driving deep is leave empty points.
Absolutely. Especially going into the second half. Right now.
Lewis back for the snap, and it looks like there's going to be a flag thrown. Did they run out of time, Max?
Indeed they have. Delayed game.
Is that one going to be pushed back half the distance to the goal? Still remains first down here at 11:56 in the second quarter.
Just outside the end zone here. Looks like things are
a little bit of confusion.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what's happening here. Okay, there we go.
So something involving Naeem Griffin of Harrisburg. Not sure exactly what the case is, but we do know it was a play run by the. There was a little bit of chippiness there, and some not so kind remarks being exchanged between the two squads on the sideline.
Right.
I doubt they're talking about what their favorite restaurant here in York is.
I mean, we've mentioned it before in yesterday's broadcast. It's an intense sport. A lot of testosterone going on. You know, your body's a constant chemical reaction, just constantly turning gears up. And sometimes you just get caught up in the heat of the moment and you say something you don't mean to say, or just do something that you don't mean to do. But at the same time, keep in mind, you are being broadcasted, and we do have scouters watching. So right now,
and
I'm going to go.
So an injury timeout being called on the field.
Trying to see where it's at. I guess he's on his feet, but health always comes first. But again, thank you for joining us here. Roxamore Sports Live, Year 4 of the Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic. Brought to you by yours truly, Ron Corsi. And, of course, broadcasted here by Roxamore Sports Live alongside with Sports Shooting Star and Niche TV Network, as well as Scotty Unscripted Media. Off-script media. Feel so bad for that guy. We've been butchering his company all day, but it's Scotty Off-script Media. And right now, it looks like can't see who's exactly on the field injured, but it looks like he's on his 2 feet right now. But so far, we've been seeing a fantastic game here. Absolutely, Harrisburg coming in with power in terms of defense. They've been denying Imhotep a lot of chances to get into that end zone. And Imhotep has also been kind of shooting themselves in the foot, so to speak. I mean, a lot of times they had it perfectly lined up. It just some of these fouls are costing them, as well as just some missed opportunities there from the quarterback. Has a lot of juice in terms of his throws, and it's not really reaching the receivers. It's going right over the heads. But it seems like the receivers are at the right place at the right time. It's just a matter of getting that alignment correctly. But, I mean, nonetheless, good coordination here by the two quarterbacks. It's no wonder why these talented athletes have so many offers. Right now, we still have some attendance on the field. And, again, shout out to our first responders, as they have been helping out a number of athletes here with their sprains and cramps, as well as injuries. I think we've only had one major injury today, but other than that, health comes first, and you don't want to rough yourself up too much for the official season, but nonetheless, that's coming around here too, and you can catch more action in Western Pennsylvania from Roxamore Sports Live, as well as from Sports Shooting Stars.
And both these teams looking to get off on the right foot next week. The Battle of Harrisburg. It'll be the Cougars versus Bishop McDevitt, who suffered a disappointing loss here earlier today. But believe me when I tell you, they're going to be amped up for that inter-city rivalry with the Cougars. And then the Panthers will return home, and they'll face Eagle Academy 2 of Brooklyn to get their season. So, you'll see those Philadelphia teams. They travel all over. Right now, St. Joe's is in Florida. LaSalle was in Pittsburgh. So we have the football team. We will travel, and they'll be going up to New York, Brooklyn, namesakely, to face Eagle Academy, too.
Man, that sounds like a good game.
Yeah.
Too bad I won't be covering that. Yeah, definitely great powerhouses here going against each other. We expected this night to be big, and it certainly is. A lot of people in attendance. The offense is looking absolutely fantastic by Imhotep. Despite everything else that's happening, Imhotep is actually gaining a lot of ground here. Some things have been remained stagnant for the most part before they even reach the midfield, but Harrisburg's offense is looking great as well, but their defense is certainly, I would say their defense is possibly stronger than the offense. What would you say about that?
I think so, too. I mean, the defense has been very stout. I know, Imhotep has shot themselves in the foot several times, though, but the offense for Harrisburg, though, I mean, I give the Panthers credit. They have kept this high-octane Cougar offense in check.
Right.
So it's it's been a good effort by both, so far. It's just again, the Panthers have also been lacking beneficial due to some mistakes on both the penalties and the failing to capitalize in the red zone.
Absolutely, yes. There's been so many lost opportunities in the red zone, and it just hurts to see. Again, I'm a commentator. Absolutely. I'm not rooting for anybody, but at the same time, I do feel that every time I see a missed opportunity inside the end zone, we personally have seen that with Imhotep.
Get you there. And actually, we mentioned half the city of Harrisburg is here. The mighty Cougars fan base is just as stout as they got. We got the parents of NFL great Micah Parsons in the house.
Woo-wee.
So Micah Parsons' parents, very proud Harrisburg supporters. For all we know, Micah might be here himself as he's in the middle of the holdout with the Dallas Cowboys. We got Dave Berman, the voice of high school football here in Pennsylvania, in the house as well.
Finally on Roxamore TV network. Thank you. Yeah, I wish Micah would come to the Eagles.
I wouldn't mind that, seeing him come to Philadelphia. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Pittsburgh might say, but they've maxed out their cap space with, trying to get Watt signed and, others. But Michael with the Eagles, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know. Keep up the great work here, guys. And this is just football here today is unbelievable. So, you guys do games every weekend?
Sports Shooting Stars always does games during the weekend. You got Roxamore's always doing. So we got it's okay. You're a wrestling fan. Finally came back. This is like the mega powers uniting here. This is like the Rock and John Cena teaming up with Roxamore and Sports Shooting Stars. And then we got Dave Berman. So we got this is like Randy Savage, the Ultimate Warrior, and Hulk Hogan all in one building.
Nice meeting you, my man. Appreciate it. And I'm trying to save my voice here, but it's just a war out here. Harrisburg, Imhotep, two great programs, and there's not much more you can say. Look how young that Imhotep team is.
Yeah, they're so young. They're so talented, though. And it's one thing I mentioned about them at the beginning of the broadcast. This is a program that no matter what classification they're in, they win, and they win big. You go up 4, 5A. Now they're in 6A, which is the biggest of the big dogs, and they look like they are no worse for the wear. I mean, 10-2 last year. Only thing that stopped them is high school football page's favorite team, St. Joe Preps, being the monster that runs this joint. But I said at the beginning, either of these teams could win a state title.
Going to be interesting. Well, if they were in another state, maybe. But, you got St. Joe's Prep LaSalle, 6A again, going for it. Out west, you're looking probably nothing against the other teams. You're looking at Harrisburg, Pittsburgh Central Catholic battling for that, And then I'm hoping Coatesville, because I announced their home games too. Coatesville looked really good last night, and they have 5 Division I guys. So hopefully they can win District 1, and maybe Max Hiller, our stud, he says, we're going to go all the way. Great attitude.
It's always a great attitude. Evan Coatesville always puts out traditionally good teams. They're another one that's benefit. If anybody should declassify, you put them down in classification, they're winning multiple state titles. No question in my mind.
Right. So, and all about Pittsburgh, and good luck to Hollidaysburg. I hope my Mifflin County guys, I used to be the voice of Mifflin County sports 13 years. They could meet in the district, 5A championship, right? It's 5A District 6. So.
Yep, that's it. That last year, it was 5A. They Hollidaysburg had their best season under Homer Delatre, went far, but then they ran into the buzzsaw that's Roman Catholic. So,
yeah. I also do Chester High football, and they're 5A, and we have a really good shot to win the District 1 5A championship, but we're going to have to run into Roman Catholic. And, Roman lost a heartbreaker last night to a national power. So it is what it is right now. And what more can you say? How about that team from Toronto, Canada? My wife was sitting right next to the offensive coordinator, and he was unbelievable coaching up here today. What a number he did. McDevitt loses 27-7 to them.
Yeah, they had the B team that came in and beat Bishop Canevin yesterday. Today they come in and beat McDevitt, who is the beast of 5A. That's an impact. I mean, once upon a midnight yonder, hockey was a sport that everybody talked about in Canada. But you look at some of these studs, football is on its way up.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, yeah, beautiful facility here in York. You have a lot of people checking in. I know my guys from Lingelstown Gazette are checking in the broadcast. And, of course, Shooting Stars, they're a game of the week, right, Mr. Jones? Okay, game of the week, York County. And what are you going to be doing after this? What's your main source of television or radio?
Well, I'm going to be talking to Dew here, and I'm sure Dew is hopefully, knock on wood, I didn't embarrass myself, and I got. Okay, that just made my whole day. I've been told I could talk to both, so you'll probably be hearing me again somewhere on either on Sports Shooting Stars or Roxamore. I'm hopeful that I'm willing to spread the wealth, and if I got a mic, we'll travel, and I like to talk. And
that guy over there, your analyst here.
Yeah, Max knows his stuff, man. Max not only has the best hair in the business, but he's got the smooth tones too.
Looks like Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Okay,
thank you.
listen. His ego's been out of control all afternoon, Dave. Yeah. Now I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah, I'm going to make a few phone calls after
Where's
this.
He
from? Max. He's from Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, Pittsburgh, and all over the place.
He's got a good voice. Yeah. So Atlantic City, man, they have what a beautiful facility they have for especially basketball. A lot of tournaments are held down there. Atlantic City High, the Vikings, right?
Yeah, the Vikings.
Yeah. So anyway, so good sports in South Jersey too. So anyway, man, keep up the good work, and prayers for hopefully I think a young lady on the chain crew is going to be okay.
I hope so too, man. We don't see one at that, Dave. Though you and I have been talking for a long time. It is an actual pleasure to put a face with the name finally. So and I owe this to you because of your board. I wound up getting connected with Dew and this crew. So I owe you a coffee after the game.
Well, we're headed back to Philly, but
next time. We definitely need to hook up. And thank you too, bud.
Thank you for joining us.
The PA announcer of the Stars, Dave Berman. You never know who's going to drop by in the booth, man. We have Micah Parsons' family here. Maybe they can get up here and chat with us. We got, Dave Berman, great voice. We've had people from all over the globe. We got Derek Jeter's identical twin.
Yeah, it's been most certainly an eventful day, and looking forward to seeing more action happening as time goes on for the official season, as well as looking forward to the next Rose Bowl. It really follows course around, but York, PA is where it's at now, where it has been for the past 3 years. And a lot of interesting people come along, a lot of interesting people in the audience too. You're always amazed by how many people related to very talented athletes out there, and just people that are very established in the sports industry. You're just always amazed how much of a small world it is. So looking forward to seeing more action from these two schools, and just looking forward to getting some final thoughts from everyone.
Absolutely. And the game does continue after a little bit of a layoff here. People pounding next door. Must have heard that Micah Parsons' family is in the house, and they want him to come to Philadelphia, like Deuce said.
Here we go. Harrisburg in action, caught by number 15. All the way from the end zone, runs it down to the 20-yard line, or maybe just a little bit shy from the 20-yard line. Kind of hard to see from where I'm at. But that was number 20 from Harrisburg, that being James Buckner. Am I right? Yeah, James Buckner. Okay.
And the run there by number 15, Trace Walker, the junior. And we've got 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 indeed, and it's looking pretty good for Harrisburg. They managed to get out of a tight situation there. Right now, that quarterback has the ball. He hands it off to number 2, and he's hanging on strong, and he's still on his feet, baby. Woo!
Folks.
Unfortunately, he did lose some ground there, but I mean, that defensive running around, that fancy footwork, whatever you want to call it, that was absolutely beautiful.
Well, listen, it took everything but the Ben Franklin bridge to get him to the ground with that play. That's what makes Messiah Mickens such a special player, is even when he loses yards, he makes it look like a big money play. Unfortunately, did lose yards, but how many times was he hit there? Max?
Oh, quite a bit.
4, 5, 6 times. He looked like
looked like 2 to 3. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's not going against lightweight people either. I mean, just looking at these weight class, he's dealing with some pretty heavy people.
He collected more hits that play than your physical likeness, your doppelganger.
Yeah. And there goes the kick. We got a flag on the play.
Was blown off.
Or timeout, rather. Okay.
So the Cougars do take a timeout here with 11 minutes and 13 seconds left to go.
Back to the sideline here. Get some time to rest. Get a good strategy in. But Harrisburg, like I said, they got themselves out of an ugly situation there. Kind of pushing it against the end zone. But they managed to push it back. Gained 10 yards and then lost 5. Just about 5 anyways. It's set at the 7-yard line, the line of scrimmage. They have a absolutely good opportunity to push it down to the 30-yard line. As we've seen from the quarterback, he is absolutely just nailing it with these 4 passes. But he's been given a few good handouts to number 2, Messiah Mickens. And Messiah Mickens has been making the most of it.
You know, I want to tip my cap to the Panther defense. They have done about as good of a job as you possibly can in putting the clamps on Messiah Mickens, which is no easy task.
Absolutely not.
So far, the damage he's done has been minimal. Here comes the punt. In the end zone, he lets that one fly. That one going to be fielded at about the 42.
Caught by number 12 from Imhotep, that being Malik Drayton. Malik Drayton.
Yep. Relative of former Miami Dolphin and then St. Louis Ram Troy Drayton. Also a Penn State standout.
That is absolutely wild.
You look at some of the players in Philadelphia, man, and the second generation. You got Jet Harrison for St. Joe's Prep. You know, it's like the Harrisons have been taking over that game. I don't want to seem like I'm smoking up St. Joe's Prep, but you know, you got them. You got LaSalle that's got a couple second-gen guys that played at the big level. They once a Philly guy, always a Philly guy.
Absolutely, man. It's good legacy to build yourself upon. And right now, that ball is in the hands of the number 4, and he's taken out by some great defense there.
Zaire Pollard with the catch.
Zaire Pollard, and taken out at the 30-yard line. See, Imhotep right now has a chance to get in, and right now that is number 0 running it. Coleman.
Coleman with a monster run there, Max, and this is why he's getting recruited. We talk about we talk about Mickens, but Coleman is no slouch, and he's ripped off several big-time runs here early in the football game.
Almost a 20-yard run there. Nicely done. Gains them the yards they need to get into the end zone here. Looking at first down and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hands it off again to Coleman, trying to bust through that line of scrimmage.
It's definitely a tough one there. Harrisburg has not been letting down through their defense at all. Very tight, and it seems like they have been reading the opponents very well in terms of them trying to run it down the middle as well as their wide receivers. It seems like they have them pretty blocked off throughout this whole game fairly consistently. But right now, that drive is nonetheless looking good here for Imhotep as they were just inside the red zone. And what a great tackle that was by number 11 from Harrisburg.
Yeah, that is number 11, Isaac John Lewis. 3 first names, big money play. Isaac John Lewis.
Just, yeah, absolutely beautiful work there. He saw the danger right away. That could have been a nasty situation there for Harrisburg, but he took that moment and slammed them down and regressed them down to the 13-yard line. So now you're looking at 3 downs and 11.
Again, yet again, the Panthers find themselves in the Cougar red zone. They absolutely have to capitalize here, and that play thrown is going to be picked off by Harrisburg. This by number 5.
He's still going.
He's on his feet. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, the 30, the 25, and he gets just shoved out of bounds.
Jayon Lewis.
Jayon Lewis makes it happen on offense, makes it happen on defense, and yet again, Max, a drive deep into Harrisburg territory comes up nil.
Absolutely, and that's what I've been talking about, man. We've been seeing the pressure just being evenly yoked here. It seems like it's just going back and forth, and we're not seeing a common denominator here who has the dominant possession of the field here. We've seen Imhotep drive it down to the end zone, and we've seen Harrisburg drive it down to the end zone. Great defense has been denying a lot of opportunities here, as well as just some fouls, but nonetheless, that was a fantastic run there by Lewis. Took that interception and almost ran it all the way home. By home, I mean the opposition. Yeah.
Took a pick six. If that was a pick six, that's a pick, probably we'll call it 4.5. Because he put them deep into their own territory, and now, after finding themselves pinned in their own red zone, the Cougars have the ball in, ready to possibly put another set of points on the board.
Yeah, that was a great run by that young man. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. And good with the Cougars on the attack. Panthers on the defense.
Lewis now under center, trying to finish what he started. Hands off to Mickens, and that is his biggest run of the game. He flashed through the 10 to 5.
And what did the ref say? Doesn't look like it went in. Did it? Yeah. Just a little bit shy of the end zone, it looks like, but a good run.
A hair or two
Yeah.
short of the end zone at 1 or 2 yard line. We'll find out here momentarily. Mickens' biggest run of the game. You're going to see plenty more where that came from.
Oh, absolutely.
The ball is called at the 1 yard line.
And this seems like it's almost gift wrap.
And academic from here. It is a touchdown for the Cougars. Mickens with the touchdown for the Cougars. And the scary thing is, okay, and this is why they need to capitalize when they have Harrisburg pinned in their deep territory. Mickens has not even got warmed up yet. They've done a good job keeping him under control, but you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And at this point, he's now breaking out, which is, a dangerous thing to be if you're a Panthers fan.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely been fantastic on the footwork there. Just absolutely dancing around the defense, and he really knows how to run that ball down the field. Right now, going in for the extra point here. When it's a deny. So it remains 14-0.
So the Amir Everett kick is sent blocking. Special teams has been not too paramount today. Again, we talk about the fourth wall constantly. The fourth wall has been broken down so far.
It certainly has.
14-0 Harrisburg.
14-0. It's not bad, though, here in the first half of the game. I mean, they're starting off strong, especially this is the last event of the Rose Bowl 2025. I mean, you got some bragging rights, at least. But let's see if Imhotep can wrap things up. A lot can be done in 8 minutes and 55 seconds. Imhotep, we've seen them time and time again absolutely have that ability to drive the ball down the field. Great work from the quarterback as well as the receivers. The coordination is just on the money. It just needs to be a little bit lower. That ball just needs to be a little bit lower for Imhotep.
For the Panthers, are looking for some good deals, not to be confused with our sponsors here at Sports Shooting Stars. Good deals, one of many who are proud sponsors of Sports Shooting Stars. We'd like to thank all of you for your patronage this year to get ready for the kickoff. Listen, a few here. We got OSS Health. We got Thornton Automotive of York. We've seen a BMW on Messiah Mickens. Maybe you can pick up your own BMW at Thornton Automotive of York. And as a return, this one's got some plus yardage and more. And he's still on his feet. Finally being drugged down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, definitely a good run. Definitely close up that gap there because when you start that far back, it's definitely beneficial if you can take it closer to the midfield.
Returned by Ronell Ward, who has been very, very proficient with the rock in his hands for the Panthers. Certainly looking like one of the proud members, maybe not, but if they have something like S3 Performance Training in Philadelphia, I'm sure he's there on a regular basis. Another proud sponsor of the Sports Shooting Stars team.
Here we go. First down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Imhotep on the offense. McLeish off to number 7. If I recall right.
He's taking it some yard. Number 7.
That's Ward.
For Ward. Word up, Verano, word. Plus yardage, and once again they find themselves in Cougar territory. I'm going to say this with 8:39 left in the second, Max. There's still a lot of football left. Don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I think it's imperative that they walk away from this drive with some kind of points on the board.
Absolutely, yes. Before the first half of the game ends, you definitely want to make a scratch, want to make a mark anyway, be it a field goal, but ideally a touchdown is the way to go. McLeish and sending it off to number 18, taken down.
18 is going to be, that's going to be buyer beware Murphy. Buyer Murphy, beware of the buyer with a big game for the Panthers.
Absolutely a great decision to send it to the wide receiver there, as he was able to get him some yards here. We're now looking at first down and 10 here at the 21st or 22nd yard line.
So just a hair outside the red zone. Back to throw. Once again, complete over the middle to number 7. This is going to be Ronell Word.
Taken down by number 2, Messiah Mickens. Again, you mentioned he's a menace, man. He's a menace.
No, he's all over the place. Offense, defense. And the word for this play was, you're not getting past me. So says Messiah.
I mean, that is a fantastic name in itself also.
Oh, Messiah. Messiah and the word.
We just spent,
There's some tie-in
exactly.
Here somewhere, man. I don't know if I should be saying it on this podcast. Not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get you. But you've been throwing out puns all day, man. Just keep it firing, man. Keep me smiling, laughing.
Hey, 9 o'clock at night, gotta have something going for me. There's a big run, but there is a flag down. Takes it inside the 15.
Yeah,
There's McLeish, but the flags are flying.
Yeah,
I'm not just talking about the ones on the poles there.
Holding. And the penalty goes on the offense.
So tail of the tape so far, Max, is they get deep into territory, and then penalties, mistakes, turnovers.
Right. They get so close and then just lose it. I mean, as you said, man, football takes, it gives. And right now they just lost some good vital ground here.
Yeah. Football gods take it away.
Not too much of a setback, though. Just down to the 37-yard line. Second down, 18.
Now they find themselves pinned further back, and then that's a costly penalty that hopefully for their sake they can move past. McLeish back to throw, has some time. He finds it, but it is just dropped right in the hands of Malik Drayton. I believe, no, that's Brian Comer, excuse me. Comer had it, but could not just... The sweat, the condensation, you know, perhaps it's the nerves, but it was right in his hands and just a bit incomplete.
Yeah, just outside the 20-yard line. That would have been fantastic. That would have gained him some ground here. Third down and 27. And the ball placed at the 37-yard line. They got room for improvement. But as we've seen throughout this whole game, Imhotep really knows how to bulldoze through the field. Just sometimes they just lose that potential due to a penalty. But right now, and taking on a shotgun formation. And McLeish with the ball in hand, sending it down to number 7. And just again.
Just in and out of his hands, man. Ronell Word, who has been a rock so far this game.
Yeah.
That one.
It's a curse, man. It's a curse. You can't convince me otherwise.
Just like that, Max, it went from inside the red zone to now we got 4th and 27 at the 37. That costly penalty.
Yeah.
Back to completely fight the Panthers yet again, and now we're talking 4 trips, Max, inside the red zone of Harrisburg, and they come away at this point looking like they're going to be empty-handed.
Right. Perhaps not, though. There's still time. Let's see if they can make something of this play as they switch out the field. And now we have what looks like a pretty powerful setup here. Almost a, let's see what we've got. And, almost had him.
He's got room to run. He's got some space, but he's going to get pushed out of
there we go.
22.
So that's going to be quite a drive here for Harrisburg. as they were put at the 22nd-yard line. And or the 23-yard line, rather. But, yeah, definitely good kick there by Imhotep. Harrisburg right now has a bit of a ways to go, but we've seen Harrisburg. They're, again, just fantastic on the offense, as we just saw just in the last run there with number 2, that being Messiah Mickens. So far, there's 2 touchdowns to Harrisburg's name, and that being Messiah Mickens in the second quarter. And in the first quarter, we had number 1, and that being Elijah Cokes. Elias Cokes, rather.
We have a 3 wide out set for the Cougars. Hands it off to Mickens. He blows through the middle of that hole. He's got Keen.
Oh.
And then some. Oh, that's painful there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mickens stoked over that run.
And slam.
They're going to be brought down at about the 38 or 39-yard line. That's a 39, a 16-yard run by Mickens.
Absolutely. Really, Norris took a bullet there. I mean, he was at the right place. Brutal tackle, but managed to break the momentum from Harrisburg. Right now you're looking at first down and 10 at the 39-yard line. And progress is looking good here by Harrisburg, though, nonetheless. They started back a little, I want to say at the 20-yard line, if my memory serves me correctly, and now just outside the 40-yard line. It's looking like this could potentially be a good run past the midfield. Flag on the play.
Quite a few flags went flying as soon as that play hit. So no penalty match, but some timeouts were called before the play began. So
Okay. Quick little huddle discussion might do the trick. But right now, 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Pause on the clock here. First down and 10 at the 39-yard line. Harrisburg is absolutely just pummeling through, and it's absolutely a beautiful sight, man. Just seeing this much strength from these two teams. Imhotep, Harrisburg, again, it's hard to say who has the common denominator on the field here in terms of who has the most possession of the field. I mean, we've seen it go back and forth, back and forth. Imhotep outside the end zone, Harrisburg outside the end zone. But great display of absolute perseverance here from some key players. I mean, we mentioned Messiah Mickens, an absolute menace. Great on the defense, great on the offense. Some great calls here by McLeish again from Imhotep in terms of where to send that ball out. Just a little bit too much energy sometimes. Just squanders away the potential, but nonetheless, the alignment is just where it needs to be. So right now, we're back in action here.
Lewis hands off to Mickens, and Mickens once again presses forward, but all the ball pops loose. Looks like it may have been knocked loose by the Panthers, and they're pointing that they have possession. We'll see if the Zebras agree.
And it's a good run there.
Will certainly be it was knocked out of bounds, so
Right.
Harrisburg will maintain possession.
He's getting there. Line of scrimmage remains at the 46-yard line.
First next play, just a quick update from the KDKA Classic. Also here on Roxamore Sports. That's Roxamore. I just got the eye. Roxamore Sports, 14-14 at the half. West Mifflin and Elizabeth Forward. Again, check that game out on RoxamoreSports.com or Roxamore Sports Network on social media platforms of your choosing. I just said that to see if you were paying attention.
You zoned out.
He's on his phone. He's on his phone over here watching movies. That's not just hardest working man in the business right here.
Absolutely.
Let's see if he's paying attention to my commentary.
Leon Rockymore provided a lot of great opportunities here for these young men. Getting the spotlight on them as they deserve it. And a lot of scholarship opportunities came out of these broadcasts of ours, as well as an awards banquet that happens every year, recognizing the talent of multiple athletes from multiple schools in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, again, shout out to Roxamore Sports. Shout out to Leon Rockymore, the executive producer and founder of Roxamore Sports. As well as shout out to everybody that's participating in this event, including you, the viewers. But shout out to the paramedics. Shout out to Ron Corsi, of course.
Sports Shooting Stars.
Sports Shooting Stars.
my dude, and the great people that run the Sports Shooting Stars as well.
Absolutely, and let's see if I can get this name right before I screw it up again. Scotty.
Actually, I got you. I got your 6 here, brother. I got your 6.
All right.
I got your 6. It's going to be Scotty, the man, the myth, the legend of off-script media.
Oh my gosh, you just saved me, man. I was about to say unscripted media.
I got your 6, homie. I got your 6.
I was thinking I'm going to nail it this time. All right.
We got Niche TV Network as well. And again, one more time, Scotty. Here you go. You got this, brother. You got this. Who
Off-script media.
Scotty from Off-Script Media.
Scotty, I don't know if you're watching right now, but I owe you coffee, man. I owe you dinner. I got you.
There's hope for us yet, Max. There is hope for us yet.
If you happen to be in Philadelphia, just hit me up, man.
I don't know what the hope is, but there's hope for us.
5 minutes to go here. First down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Harrisburg on the attack. Quarterback is running low out of time. Oh, just. Man, that hurts. That hurts.
You can figure out how much that hurts. Listen to my partner's reaction there. That hurt. That was like a trip to the doctor's office hurt.
Oh, absolutely. There was some good time in the pocket there, but I could understand the psychology. Certainly does resort to panic sometimes when you're getting rushed like that. And you're not seeing really too many openings on the field, so you kind of just throw the ball in direction sometimes, hoping the receiver will be there, but nonetheless, it's still Harrisburg's possession here. Second down and 10, 46-yard line.
And there's flags down on the play, so this may be called back or called forward regardless. Play to number 1, Elias Koch. But again, flags are down. I got some bad news for you, Max. The Fighting Rocky Balboas of Lincoln High lost today to Chester, 20-0. The trivia question from game number 1: who was the star that played for Lincoln High? It was Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone. Unfortunately, they needed Rocky. They probably needed Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang and Ivan Drago today. They want to beat 20-0 by the Chester Clippers. Just
be in the audience, you know, be it virtual or just be it in person. Get that moral support from him.
No, Adrian. We lost.
On third down, it's 16. Here at the 48-yard line. Harrisburg still on the attack. And right now, we talked about Harrisburg's defense looking strong, but Imhotep right now is denying a lot of opportunity here for progression on the field by Harrisburg. And there's a snapback. Quarterback has the ball. Number 6. Oh, almost had it. What a painful shot there.
There's a fight on the field. There's a fight on the field. We're going to see some flags thrown here. Here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I do know how to count. Flags are flying. Starting to get a little bit chippy here in this battle with the Cats.
Yeah, it's good to keep in mind that you are being watched by scouters. By all means, try to keep it as contained as you possibly can. I know sometimes in sports like this, some sassy talk can kind of get to you, and also just the heat of the moment. And again, we're dealing with testosterone, a whole display of chemical reactions just going at each other. But sometimes it can kind of fog your judgment a little bit, but nonetheless, it will cost you.
They heard me talking about Sylvester Stallone and Rocky Balboa, and they wanted to show that they could beat Rocky Balboa.
But a great,
terrible.
A great reading there by number 6, the quarterback of Harrisburg, that being Mikhail Shank. Mikhail, okay. Yeah, Shank, he's good. He's good on the field here. I mean, we talk a lot about McLeish, but Mikhail, man, for Harrisburg, when he's got a lot of time inside the pocket, he really makes some good, sound decisions there, but also under the pressure, he's pretty fast. Now they do regress down here. Harrisburg is pushed down to the 45-yard line, or 46-yard line, rather. Fourth down and 16.
Oh, a botch snap. Flies over the head of the punter. Number 18. He's now in some deep, deep kimchi, and the Panthers are going to get the football deep in their own territory. Special Teams 101 has come back to haunt yet another team. A badly must-snap flies way
Absolutely.
overhead the punter.
Yeah.
Now, the Panthers have the football at the Harrisburg 25.
Yeah, this could be a rough situation, but not as rough as me tripping over the word rough situation. But it could be a rough situation here for the Harrisburg defense, as they are so close to the end zone. I mean, we're talking about being just 5 yards shy of the red zone. And from what we've seen from Imhotep, they really know how to push. And right now they're sending in, it looks like some heavy tankers here. We're talking about gentlemen that are as high as 290 pounds, 330 pounds, 320 pounds. So right now, it looks like they definitely have the potential to bulldoze through this. Let's see where McLeish sends that ball to. He hands it off to, look like number 2 if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you're right, it was to number 2. That one goes to, actually, number 0, Zaire Coleman. Zaire Coleman with the run. Again, we got another potential red zone situation for Imhotep.
Right.
The Panthers 0-4 so far inside the 30-yard line.
Right.
They've just got a real lucky break heading their way. They've got to capitalize on this one, I believe. Nice throw, and it's batted down, intended for number 4, Kajon Sinkler.
Yeah, saw number 9 from Harrisburg, that being Jeremy. Oh, here we go. Bior.
For Harrisburg?
Bior.
Baroa.
Okay.
The linebacker for the Cougars.
Yeah, good.
Some good defensive awareness out there. Channeling his
Absolutely.
inner Micah Parsons.
Yeah, definitely good reading on the field from that young man. And blocked a potentially deadly shot there, or deadly pass rather. And there we go. Imhotep in the action. McLeish running out of time. Has the pocket though.
Look at that. He's got the nice distance. He's got the throw. It's a
Oh!
ball situation, and it's going to fall.
It's a
caught. Touchdown. But there are the flags, though. Much to the dismay, but an amazing catch. Amazing throw and catch. But again, people in the booth next to us not very happy. So my suspicion is this may be called back. Maybe. We'll find out here momentarily.
Looks like that was caught by number 13, Brian Comer, if I'm not mistaken.
That indeed was. Nope, that was a touchdown pass. Big play by Brian Comer.
And that's the first.
Much needed points on the scoreboard. Finally,
Exactly.
the Panthers are able to capitalize on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Right before the first half of this game closes up. You got to pass on the plays, unsportsmanlike conduct. Six under 14. 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go before the second quarter ends. You got to say, not too shabby.
A big-time touchdown there for Imhotep, though, and they needed to get points on the board. They could not afford to go into Harrisburg territory and come away with goose eggs, and they earned that the hard way, trying to make it a 7-point game.
Let's see what we got here. Kicks it in. Oh, and it's good. And it was kicked in by number 2 from Imhotep, that being Joe McLeish.
Just like that, we have a football game here at the York Rose Bowl, 14-7 Cougars. But a very, very nice drive after capitalizing on a muff punt. And
Right.
finally, the Panthers are on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been kind of a tragic story going back and forth. A lot of wasted opportunities, and that's no shine off these athletes, but I'm just saying a lot of times it was so close to being a touchdown, and so many opportunities just completely squandered away with some fouls here and there, and just some great defense just pushing them back even further. A lot of lost yards, in particular from Imhotep in regards to dealing with the defense from Harrisburg. Harrisburg really has pushed them back, but I feel like just watching earlier, basing it off of how I saw Imhotep just come in and the way they've been playing throughout this game, them getting a touchdown was inevitable. So hopefully this can get a close game because I personally love close games. But right now it's a 7-point game, 7 under 14 with Harrisburg in the lead here. And again, thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live, as well as thank you for our partner, Sports Shooting Stars, with my man Jay next to me. Now, of course, we had yesterday Ashley. What was that guy's last name?
Ashley Edwards.
Ashley Edwards. I'm terrible with names, so it was absolutely great coverage of the last few games we had today, as well as yesterday. Your partners here, and right now there's the kickoff. The kick, rather.
It's fielded by number 7. Excuse me, looks like number 1, Elias Koch. And Koch bowls past the 50-yard line. Not sure what's going on here. Number 3 for the Panthers pointing that he has possession of the football. Don't believe that is the case, though.
Looks like they're going to go with it being at the 50-yard line.
Ashley Edwards, actually one of York's finest, a firefighter for the, I believe, Northern York Fire Department. So when he's not calling football games, he's keeping people safe.
Oh, yes.
When fires break out.
It was funny because yesterday one of the phones went off, alerting him to duty. So the guy, you got to appreciate his service to the community.
Never stop.
Yeah.
When you're a fire or police, your phone is on at all times because you don't know when you're going to get called into service.
Absolutely. So the
Shout out to our other Sports Shooting Stars partner, Marcellus Gutwald, who watching this here on RoxamoreSports.com.
Fabulous, fabulous. First down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Bit of a kerfuffle here.
Three or four defensemen piling up on Mickens to bring him to the turf.
Absolutely. Mickens, absolutely a powerhouse here. We've seen him before, and I can't wait to see more action from that young man as well as the other athletes. But let's see what we have here from the offense this time around. And second down, 8 to go at the 48th-yard line. Just under 3 minutes to go. And again, we mentioned you got to at least put a dent on the board before the second half of the game begins. And Imhotep certainly has done that. Taking advantage of the situation, Harrisburg can now.
Time to throw,
ooh, almost had it, but not quite. And it was off to number 1, that being Elias Koch. Yeah, and we've seen him. He's fast on his feet. Once he has the ball, he has that ball, man. He's not letting go. So just a little bit outside of the palms of his hands there. Couldn't get the possession.
Koch didn't look that happy there, man.
No.
Not to cut you off there, but he didn't look too happy. Felt like that there may have been some little bit of grab hands going on during the play, but the ref's seen otherwise.
And I don't know if he's going to be the go-to guy for the quarterback here to keep sending it to, but it looks like he definitely has that ability to make it around the defense right now. To get around the corner guard.
Hand off to Mickens. Hey, we're expecting a pass. Give it to Mickens. Mickens busts through the hole. He's got extra yardage and more. He's going to get the first down plus, but a flag is thrown.
Yeah.
Mickens runs out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Would be a 26-yard run, but we will see what the penalty is, whether this is a 26-yard run or this is a play that sees him moving backwards.
Absolutely, and that's a deadly duo right there, man. We were talking about Elias Koch and Messiah Mickens just being wide receivers, and great drive. Let's see where this ball is placed at. Holding is on 33 on the offense.
So instead of 26 yards forward and into their own red zone, now it is 10 yards backwards for the Cougars.
Yep, on Titus Brown, number 33. We've seen this happen a few times, both sides. He does squander the potential, however, great offense. Can surely regain some ground here on the field for Harrisburg.
And you talked a little bit before. We talk about Mickens, we talk about Koch, but I can't give enough credit to the quarterback, J.N. Lewis, man. A guy.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like the more pressure cooks, the better he gets. And, you know, you're talking to a guy who also has a tremendous arm on him, is launching him all over the field, also can beat you with his legs. Gives you a young Michael Vick out there. Or should I say Lamar Jackson for the modern audience.
Yeah, absolutely just nailing here.
Or I could say Randall Cunningham for the older generation. We all remember Scramble and Ramble. Eagles fans, a big run.
Taken down at the 45-yard line. And now the ball is back in Imhotep territory. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go, and I got to say, they've been going strong throughout this whole game. We expected it to be close, and there's a 7-point difference. Indicates that this is a pretty good game overall. I mean, satisfied, but hopefully there's no landslides around later on, but so far, neither side seems to be waning in terms of their efficiency. It's Harrisburg on the offense, 4th down and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Down, they do have the offense on the field, so they're looks like they weren't going to mess with the special teams, but they finally call a timeout. So cooler heads may have prevailed there, and Coach Calvin Everett may be saying, "Look, we're gonna punt the football and not give them any more territory to roam the roost." Final timeout of the first half is called by Harrisburg.
So we got a timeout indeed, and it is off to a great start of the second half of this game. I mean, what would your overall critiques be, man?
You know, I mean, the biggest one I would say for the Panthers, Max, is they did finally get that score on the board. They did get that crucial touchdown. But how many open opportunities had been left there? 4 trips into the red zone, 0 points came away from it. You know, this is an entirely different ball game if they even capitalize on half of them. Now, for Harrisburg, a little bit too much bend, don't break on the defensive side of the football. They've really benefited from some misfortunes that other teams may be able to capitalize on.
Right. So it's almost been gifted to them in some degree, but I mean, of course, that's no shine off their merit. But that's definitely them capitalizing off of a bad situation, and absolutely got to admire it. I mean, that's definitely efficiency. I mean, you got to read the field, you got to read the opponents, and certainly we are seeing that from Harrisburg as well as from Imhotep. The drive is looking great here by Harrisburg so far. Again, a lot of yards gained in that first run from Elias Koch. Right now we're at the 46-yard line in Imhotep territory.
Looks back to throw in there. Talk about that cannon of an arm. He flung that one 20, 25-plus yards intended for Koch, but it sailed out of bounds in an incomplete pass.
Absolutely.
If you talk about mistakes and costly, left points on the board, the other team does have to capitalize on them. We saw earlier, game number 1 of this afternoon with James Buchanan against York Tech. A lot of mistakes and a lot of turnovers, but, at the same time, you don't hang 60 points on the board if you don't capitalize.
No.
And, you've got to capitalize on those turnovers and capitalize on those mistakes. And, so far, the defense has stood tall for Harrisburg when the mistakes have happened. And same for the Panthers.
Absolutely, yeah. Imhotep definitely seems to be very efficient on the offense, but I mean, that defense, you really can't argue against physics when it comes to Harrisburg. They've been holding them back for the most part against the midfield. Right now, we were in action.
That's going to be Coleman again with another run. He's been a steady source of offense so far this evening for the Panthers. That's going to be marked a gain of 1 yard. 2nd and 9 to go. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the first half. Here at the York Rose Bowl, Smalls Field.
Last game of 2025's York Rose Bowl kickoff event.
There's a big complete pass. Gains plus yards to complete to number 4, Zaire Pollard.
Definitely good catch there.
Absolutely. It's inside the 40-yard line of Harrisburg. And another drive for the Panthers.
Minute and 7 seconds to go. They most certainly can make this happen. McLeish sending it down. A pass intended to go to number 4.
That was number 4 intended for, that was once again for Zaire Pollard. A little bit of a risky pass there,
right.
Throwing into coverage like that. You trust your arm, you trust your ability to thread the needle,
but had it landed, had it went according to plan, you could definitely see where that would have been a clean breakthrough.
Absolutely.
But again, you're going against some pretty fast athletes, too, from the defense side. So who knows where that would have landed. But I have no doubt that would have been definitely some good yards gained, nonetheless, on foot. Now, right now, you're looking at McLeish with the ball in hand. It's got some room in the pocket, but Whistle is blown right now. I see a flag on the field. Full start. On number 4 from the offense, that being, let's see, that being.
And that's going to be Pollard.
Pollard.
Wide receiver for the Panthers, who has made several big plays so far, but in that case, they move back 5 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 15 with under a minute to go.
That's kind of exhausting, man. You know, every time we've been seeing them getting close to the end zone, they can't break past the 40-yard zone from either side. You know, it just seemed like, wait, hold up a second. Oh!
Just barely.
Great work.
Number 13 for the Panthers, Brian Comer, really with good body movement there and good body motion to get in, you know, turn around and try to catch that, but just a second or two behind and incomplete pass.
Yeah, great defensive work there by Trace Walker, number 15. He's at the right place at the right time. Crisis averted. But yeah, I mean, every time we see them make some good progression on the field, Imhotep just seems like the curse with some fouls that just leads to them losing 5 yards and another 5 yards. And then we have an impressive defense that also pushes them back even further. But right now, got a minute, less than a minute here. McLeish sending the ball off to number 5. That being
that's going to be Kareem Abdul-Haq with the reception.
Nicely caught also. They do gain some ground here. Just don't lose it to a foul.
keep the progress going forward here with the final 47 seconds. Trying to tie things up heading into the halftime break.
And speaking of halftime, we will be back with a halftime report. So stay tuned with us here on Roxamore Sports Live. Right now.
Multi-wide out set for the Panthers. And once again, Harrisburg looks like they were drawn offside, so this is going to move even further forward.
Yeah, that's definitely not the ideal situation for Harrisburg this far down in the field. You're just 5 yards shy from the red zone here. And with somebody like McLeish with such a powerful arm, that could be a rough position to be in right now.
The encroachment penalty on number 11, that being Isaac John Lewis. So the ball moves forward and it is now at the 25-yard line for the Panthers. 47.2 seconds left to go in the first half, trailing 14-7. But a score here sending it to halftime certainly gives them the momentum. And there's a big pass over the middle. It's complete for the touchdown.
Woo!
And there goes Flags.
That was a clean pass from McLeish to number 5 from Imhotep, that being Kareem Abdul-Haq. And that counts. 13 under 14 it is now.
A 25-yard touchdown pass to Kareem Abdul-Haq.
That is a great way to close up the second quarter here with a close to tie game. 13 under 14 it is now. Let's see if they switch it up here.
Joe McLeish showing some excellent poise on that drive. Thread the needle. Found an open Kareem Abdul-Haq for the 6. Going to try to kick the extra point here and tie things up heading into the half.
Let's see what we got. He made it in with the first time, McLeish, that extra point. Second time around, surely that can be the case. But yeah, just an absolutely great drive here by Imhotep. Defense did lose some ground there, 5 yards, which did cost them, but I mean, that was fantastic work by McLeish. We mentioned his arm is just absolutely phenomenal, and his eyes, in accordance with the field, with who's on the field right now, absolutely beautiful. We mentioned that a lot of missed opportunities happened earlier because the ball was a little bit too high, but he sent it just right into the end zone, and that connection that he's been trying to reach for this entire day, it's just happened.
I also want to point out in that drive several big pancake blocks by number 57, Jesse Moody, for the Panthers. The Maryland commit certainly showing why he is being looked at by Mike Loxley down in call it College Park. Is that College Park? No, College Park is Maryland. College Station is A&M. So, again, down in Maryland.
University Park, I believe it is. Yeah,
Park,
yeah.
Thank you very much. So,
in Happy Valley.
Happy Valley. But several crucial pancake blocks there that opened up some holes, gave time to be thrown, and now we got 7 more points on the board, and we're talking a potential tie ball game heading into the half.
Looks like it's going to remain 13-14. But yeah, that's definitely a great way to close up the second quarter here. And it's looking like that could potentially been an ugly situation. I mean, Harrisburg's offense just constantly keep pushing through. Yeah, so many opportunities within the red zone were lost from both sides. So I expect this to be a close game in the second half as well. I mean, we mentioned it being a close game, expect it to be in the first half, but it's probably going to be that way also going forward. And offense, defense, both sides, chef's kiss.
The big time chef's kiss.
Right now the ball is ready to be picked up for the play, but nonetheless, again, if I can redeem myself here, I still owe you a dinner, buddy. But shout out to our man, Scotty, from Off Script Media. Nailed it. Okay.
Yes.
We did it, man. We did it. We landed on the moon.
We did it, brother. That's all you.
And shout out to Niche TV Network. And shout out to, of course, Sports Shooting Stars, where I'm joined here by Jay from there, as well as from Ashley Edwards yesterday. Fantastic coverage from these partners that we have. And, of course, this event is brought to you by yours truly, Roxamore Sports Live.
Where dreams are pursued and dreams are revealed.
And here we go. Oh, never mind. Interception.
Penalties pushed them considerably back to where an extra point attempt was not going to be in the card, so instead they had to do the 2-point conversion from touchdown range, long touchdown range, and they come up empty-handed, and it remains 14-13, so Harrisburg looks like at this point they're going to go into the half with a 1-point lead, but certainly some momentum, though, for the Panthers, scoring that touchdown late.
Absolutely. So 1-point difference here. Cry me a river if you're crying about it, man. It's a fantastic recovery that they had here. Harrisburg has been just absolutely bulldozing through, and Imhotep, they've been gaining a lot of ground on the field time and time again, and eventually, like I said, I just felt like it was inevitable that they were going to land a touchdown, but they managed to almost tie up the game here, just 13-14. That is fantastic going into the second half of this game. So let's see if anything switches up in the strategy. Right now, the defense from Harrisburg is looking fantastic, and the offense, I got to say, is looking fantastic. We mentioned Mickens. We mentioned Elias Koch. Definitely some powerhouses here for Harrisburg. They've been able to gain a lot of ground coverage for the offense. So let's see what we have right now. You're looking at number 0. And he's breaking through, and he's looking good, baby. Here we go. Harrisburg.
He's got gas.
Oh!
And he gets shoved hard out of bounds, but not before getting.
Am I looking at that number correctly? Is that 0 or is that 6? Princeton Dent.
A dent into the defense and the special teams. And just like that, man, Harrisburg, with 32 seconds left in the half, has the football deep.
Oh, man, yeah. That's the thing, man. When Harrisburg has the ball, they can really run it for, man. We've seen it with Mickens. We've seen it with Elias Koch, and now Princeton Dent. I mean, of course, that guy he has a pretty impressive record himself. It's no wonder why he has such a great reputation. But this ground coverage is off to a great start here for Harrisburg, as they are now down in Imhotep's territory at the 30-yard line. First down and 10. 32 seconds on the clock. Are they going to gun it? Let's see.
They're not playing easy here. They're going for 7. And Lewis scrambles away.
Wow.
To throw it away rather than take the sack. But, Calvin Everett, he's going for 7 here. He's wanting to, gain that momentum that was lost right back for them heading into the halftime.
Absolutely. And number 25 with the defense, number 25, Imhotep, was the one that denied the quarterback from making that pass, Joseph Sanda, who's right now took the bullet a little bit. I mean, he saved his team, but now he's down on the field with a possible cramp. Hopefully that's all it is. Either way, no matter what it is, we wish him the best of health. And anybody playing this sport, prioritize your health. Stay hydrated. And as always, anytime this situation happens, shout out to our paramedics on the field. And 27 seconds pause on the clock here. It's a close game. You're down at the 30-yard line with Harrisburg on the attack.
And as you said, Max, our thoughts certainly go out to Joseph Sonda, the 6'2 defensive tackle for the Panthers.
Absolutely. If I'm Imhotep, you know I'm going to give him a pat on the back because you saved the team there. But Harrisburg right now is gaining momentum here. It's a close game. It's a close game. And I got to say, at least here in the first half, it's anyone's game. 27 seconds going on. Or 27 seconds frozen, rather.
Back up on his feet, walking off on his own accord. So that is certainly an excellent sign.
Absolutely.
We've got 27 seconds left in the quarter. Going to go ahead and rip off some scores here, Max, while we wait for the next play. We got Jim Thorpe and Palmerton tied at 7 in the second. Punxsutawney 31, Brockway nothing. Punxsutawney Phil and the Woodchucks. The Chucks off with a big win over Brockway. We got Dobbins and William Allen. That was a forfeit in favor of William Allen. Sharon 28, Mercyhurst 0. Not a good night for the Lakers so far. We got Mercer 27, Franklin nothing. That one in the third. Nativity 22, Holy Redeemer 0 at the half. We got Hickory and Farrell 6-0 in favor of the Hornets. That one at the half.
Absolutely.
Mifflin continue progress here. West Mifflin and Elizabeth Ford, that one going on as we speak as well. And we'll give you some more scores here after this play.
All of Pennsylvania in action. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Messiah Mickens caught that ball. Actually, he did not catch the ball. My eyes deceived me. Just gotta stop doing that, right? 3rd down and 10 at the 30-yard line. He was aligned at the great. He was aligned at a great place at the 20-yard line, which would have just gained him 10 yards, but they still got a chance. 22 seconds on the clock. In my view, it seems like the best decision you can make in this amount of time is just send it deep. See where it takes you.
Was reading your mind. He's definitely sent that deep. And it looks like it was caught by number 1 Elias Cope. Did he remain in bounds? Yeah, but it is a first down for Harrisburg. And that is inside the 20, looks like it's inside the 25-yard line.
All right, things looking good here for Harrisburg. And 17 seconds frozen on the clock. Getting closer. Now inside the red zone. Let's see if they can really make the best of this situation. He's sending it straight. Oh! And a flag on the play.
There is a flag, like you said. And it's certainly still in possession, in play, but was picked off. But there is that flag on the ground, so expect Harrisburg going to retain possession here.
It's going to be a it's going to go. Sorry, I got caught off guard. Anyways, it's going to be a close game going forward. Right now,
time for maybe one, maybe 2 plays here if they rip one off quick. 8.1 seconds left.
But yeah, we have multiple games happening across Pennsylvania right now. And again, the official season is coming around just a corner, so be sure to tune in with us here at Roxamore Sports Live, as well as with Sports Shooting Stars and Niche TV Network, as well as Scotty Offscript Media. Yeah, I got it now. I got it. I'll let you know that I was a straight B+ student in college. No. Had my memory been perfect, I would have been A+, probably.
You're in the dean's list of the broadcast booth, my brother.
Thank you, man.
When it comes to painting a picture, talking football, hey, we may have gotten a B or a C in animal anatomy, but we'll take
right.
football and broadcasting. There's a pass over the middle, and it is
Woo,
caught for a
baby.
touchdown.
Mickens at it yet again with a touchdown here for Harrisburg.
And as Max mentioned, Messiah Mickens, 4'6". Get used to saying that a lot this season because we've already had 2 this game.
Absolutely.
Plenty more where that came from.
Bringing his team up to 20/13. Made the most out of that 10 seconds that he has. It's 4.1 remaining on the clock here before we head into the second half of this game. And man, just within just like what, 2 minutes, 1 minute? Like it's been going back and forth. I mean, they've been really just utilizing the last 5 minutes of this game. Imhotep got a touchdown in, and now Harrisburg. Messiah Mickens with his second touchdown here in this quarter and second touchdown throughout the whole game.
And Max, one key element of coaching is clock management. That's something that quite a few, even the greatest of great coaches, sometimes struggle with. Cal Everett really made the most of his brief time on the clock and wound up getting 6 more points on the board.
Absolutely. Wasted no time at all. And it's really working to the benefit of Harrisburg right now. And the crowd is ecstatic. So let's see what we got going on with Imhotep. Right now, a little bit of a quick huddle discussion. But again, thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. It's been a fantastic weekend, starting yesterday with a Canadian game. Canadians versus Americans, I guess. Best not to think of it that way, though. But Canada came out victorious in that game. That was Clarkson North going against Bishop Canavan. And they ended it again with a second victory to the name. And here, last game, Imhotep versus Harrisburg. So, of course, thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live, as well as Sports Shooting Stars, and look forward to more games ahead, and as well as more Rose Bowls and more. Yeah! No good. Never mind.
That was the most exciting failed 2-point conversion I have ever heard in my life, my dude.
I hyped it up, man. Hyped it up. I would just be happy if he caught the ball, but it looked like he was lined up perfectly, like it was just magnetic, but did not happen, man. He caught the ball, it just was not in the right place.
Well, secret, guys. If you thought that was good, you should have seen how we both would have reacted if he'd have caught it.
Yeah. You just got to run it back now, that's all.
That's all. That's all. That's all.
4.1 seconds. It's the longest 4.1 seconds I've been on, man.
Mr. Energetic, Max Keever. Not to be confused with Derek Jeter's long. See, Keever, Jeter, see, there's
Jeter. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
You know?
I got
we didn't know it.
I got a cousin back in Germany named Dieter, so that works.
Hey, Dieter. Former offensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins, Michael Dieter. Not to be confused with the TV show Leave It to Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver.
Noted by the Panthers.
Man, he is going. Looks like he got taken down at the 41st yard line.
Take it into the half, Max. A 2013 Harrisburg lead.
Man, more thoughts on this game coming up soon with a halftime report. Right now, we're just going to take a quick little commercial break, but we'll be right back with you guys. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live, partnered with Sports Shooting Stars. We'll be right back.
Get a charge? Is it dead or is it?
Yeah, it was dead for a second, but it's good right now.
Sure. What's the rest of it? I got another one.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
I'm Dr. John Deitch, WellSpan Health orthopedic surgeon. WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on to get you back to your best. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. That's why we're the official sports medicine provider for this team, that team, and your team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
You're watching Sports Here Live on Roxamore Sports Network. I felt like I showed how much of a leader I am on and off the field, and it's just setting a good example for my name. I have a 4.0 GPA right now, and I think my GPA is that high because I go to class on time, I stay in class and do my work, keep up with my assignments, and just preparing for tests. Just try to stay ahead of the game. Once you fall behind, it's way harder to get back in front and try to be successful. So just stay in front of everything, all the work, all the preparation, it just makes it a lot easier. I would say my parents for sure. You know, they've been there for me since I was younger with playing sports and just in my life, setting good examples for me, showing me what to do, and you know, just taking me everywhere on AAU trips for basketball, taking me everywhere for 7-on-7 and football. You know, them just always there supporting me. It matters. Just so my whole family can watch me. Every Friday night, I got family from California to Florida to Virginia watching me play, and you know, getting texts after the game from them, knowing that they were able to watch me. It's a great feeling. I'm Cam Welter. You can always see me do my thing on Roxamore Sports Network.
Did you hear anything about Alec Whippa? The kid's okay?
Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to you.
You already know who it is. Uh-oh, it's audio. Got AI Roxamore up in here. We just can't quit, baby. Come on. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all. It's Roxamore for life, I just won't change it. Aggress from AI, y'all just gon' bang it. Reach the highest peak like the mountain of Everest. So that settle it. questions. Then he left. Never been a day when I back down from anything. Man's on another level, here for the many dreams. I'm destined for greatness, the grind's gon' test ya. I can't give in cause I thrive off pressure. Tryna walk with the legends and for that I'm sorry. Be rough like Jigga or Peace Bob Marley. I can be like Jordan, let the game do the talking, or be up on the moon and be with MJ walking. Got a strong presence like the new Dodge Charger. Maybe I'll incorporate like S. Carter. Measure my success, I just try harder. No competition cause I blew 'em off the wall. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all.
Yo, verse lyrical two-piece, I box the ball. Pittsburgh audio with Roxamore. Shut down, homie, go and say what?
Welcome back to Roxamore Sports Live with your halftime report. Maximilian Kiever here alongside with my man Jay from Shooting Star Sports, or Sports Shooting Star rather, here for the Rose Bowl kickoff event or kickoff classic rather. And right now we're watching the game between Harrisburg and Imhotep. Right now it's been pretty close. I mean, it was started off pretty good and now it ended pretty good here in the first half of this game. 20-10, or actually 20-13, with 2 touchdowns by Messiah Mickens.
And Mickens has not only had a couple of big touchdowns, but he's had some, doing what Messiah Mickens does, and that is spreading the offense, moving the football around, making the team guess. And, Elias Koch with some big catches as well, the Rutgers commit. Got to give some kudos, though, to the quarterback. Both quarterbacks in this game have been making some nice throws right on the button. So this has been back, back and forth. The tail of the tape, though, so far is inability to capitalize on several big drives for the Panthers.
Right.
And in this game, we're talking a 2013 game, Imhotep could very much wind up being in the lead here.
Right. Yeah, we have seen some improvements from Mikalish. I mean, he's been accurate in terms of where to send that ball at, but in terms of the power on that ball, it's been sometimes way too high and way too fast sometimes before anyone can even reach it. But the alignment where he's sending that at is right there, and we have seen that improved in the last play. That in the second quarter, he was able to actually make that connection into the end zone with, I'm trying to remember who that was. I have the name right there. That was
number 4.
It was number 5 from Imhotep that he made that connection with.
Number 5 for Imhotep, that is going to be Kareem Abdul-Haq, who has been another one. He's been a hawk all over the field with big catches, keeping the defense guessing. So again, he and Zahir Pollard, the 2 wide receivers, really been stretching out the offense and allowing Sear Coleman to make his big money runs as well.
And one thing is about these 2 teams, they're not keeping it still. I mean, we've seen the strategy switch up time and time again. They're not afraid to run it down the middle, and they're not afraid to send it wide. And when they do, it absolutely does connect. And then with Harrisburg, I mean, talk about speed and agility, man. We've seen some tremendous amount of ground cover there by Elias Koch, Mickens, especially with him trying to avoid the defense. We've seen so much fancy footwork around. Even when he loses the ground, he makes it look just easy, But just absolutely beautiful work. And there's also another gentleman. I'm trying to remember the name off the top of my head here, but I got to look at my roster. Another one that
for Harrisburg?
Princeton Dent. Princeton Dent. Yeah, he's. I want to say he also has a touchdown to his name, if I'm not mistaken.
He does, and he had a big kickoff return at the end of the first half to put them deep into Harrisburg, or deep into their own territory, which led to that touchdown run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Touchdown at the end, excuse me.
Yeah, fantastic display of power and accuracy here from Harrisburg. I mean, again, what we've been seeing that's on the tragic side is a lot of the opportunities from Imhotep and Harrisburg have been lost to some fouls here and there. They've been losing 5 yards here. They're getting pushed back by some impressive defense here and there. But nonetheless, they have managed to recover, and as you can see, it's a close game, especially going into the second half. This can go either way. Right now, it is Harrisburg with the lead, 20-13. But we were expecting this, man. We were expecting it to be a close game, and right now, it certainly is just that. We were kind of a little bit nervous, at least I was a little bit nervous about the second quarter just ending with a massive gap, and one team taking more of a lead than the other, but right now it is closed up and tight, and that's the way I like it. Of course, I know you guys on the other side, you love a beatdown and when it's your team, right? But as a commentator, I like to keep things entertaining, right?
But then again, a beatdown.
Yeah.
A beatdown can also be deceiving. When you're playing a team like this, a top-ranked team in the state, a beatdown would be big. But you take the wins where you want those tests, you want those challenges, because they're going to benefit you later on in the season when the chips are on the ground.
Absolutely. There's practice, then there's skirmishes. That changes everything up with your practice. What you practice is not exactly the same as what the other team has practiced. When you guys both are going head-to-head, that is a fantastic dynamic that we love to see. And then right now, we're just about 4 minutes away from this second half of the game beginning. And this is going to be the last game of the 2025 Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic, brought to you by yours truly, Ron Corsi. I mean, that guy is phenomenal. He's just absolutely builds these events that is bringing the spotlight to these very talented athletes. We've seen a lot of athletes go really far into college with scholarships just because they got this recognition. So shout out to all these broadcasters out here and anyone that's given these students the opportunity to thrive, the scouters. And we have, of course, Niche TV Network. We have Roxamore Sports Live, of course, which is what you're watching this on. And then, of course, we have my man from, got this right, Sports Shooting Stars.
You are firing on all cylinders, my brother.
And then, of course, my man Scotty with Off-Script Media.
Did you call it Oscar Media?
Off-Script. I got it right.
He is an Oscar. He deserves an Oscar for his media coverage. I thought you said, boy, my ears are going failed, bro.
Yeah, I already owe the guy dinner. I don't need to buy him a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know?
We're talking McDonald's dinner. We're not talking the good steak dinner, and one of those inner city Philly steak joints.
We'll see how angry he is at me, you know? As long as he doesn't know where I park it.
I will say, though, yeah, listen, I'm in Philly. I got you, too. And, Ron, I want to bring up good things about Ron Corsi, though. Again, we brought an elite team from Canada north of the border, and he said in Game 2 on our coverage, Game 2 at the halftime show, he's not done, man. When he gets his way, we're going to be seeing some of the powerhouses from Florida in here, maybe California and Texas. It is Ron's goal to make this the premier kickoff game to start any high school football season. And look, the professionalism has been top-notch from the moment we walked in the door. So definitely hats off to Ron, A-class gentleman, an A-class game, series coordinator. The best, though, is yet to come.
Absolutely, and if they can bring in more schools here, that's great news for York, PA. So if you're a small business, you get some recognition here. Check us out, Roxamore Sports Live, for Sports Shooting Stars. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to head back to our seats. 1 minute and 55 seconds to go before the second half begins, provided nothing else changes. Thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. I'm Maximilian, alongside with Jay. I don't remember your last name, unfortunately, man.
Pagliaro, but Jay is fine.
Okay, all right. It's been a fantastic day covering all these events with you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's been a blast, man. I look forward to, hopefully this ain't the last time. I look forward to doing this with you again because you're a fun partner to work with. We have a blast out here doing this. And
absolutely.
Very, very good compliment. The guy knows this stuff, man. I want to work with Derek Jeter's twin here because then it rubs off good on me. It makes me look better as a result. So.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be walking in this direction.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Roxamore Sports Live here for the second half of this game, the last game for the Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic here in York, Pennsylvania. 20 seconds away from the second half of this game beginning, and man, what a fantastic game it has been so far between these two powerhouse of schools. There was a rivalry between them also. Imhotep and Harrisburg. I've seen them play basketball with each other before. I've seen some great football from Imhotep, not from Harrisburg. because I never broadcasted Harrisburg before, but I mean, you've seen them before. And would you say this is business as usual for Harrisburg?
Oh, yes. And I think the best comment made during the half was a gentleman from the PA high school football, one of the PA high school football sites came in here and said, this is a typical Harrisburg game. You know, the game started at 7:30. We are now pushing, got to be close to 9 o'clock, 9:30. 2 hours in, and we are just getting into, the halftime. Again, that is typical Harrisburg. It's never short. It's never slow. It's never boring. Again, 2 hours in, and we still got a lot of football left on tap.
Absolutely. Goes to show that a lot of funding to support this program could go a long way. I mean, they're carrying on a legacy here. We know Harrisburg just to be a powerful school in terms of sports as well as with Imhotep. They just never disappoint, man. Name it a sport, I guarantee you, they don't disappoint.
Absolutely.
And it just definitely goes to show the power of coaches and mentors and all that.
And speaking of people that hold some power, on behalf of my good friends at the Sports Shooting Stars, would like to thank our season-long sponsors. We got OSS Health, Thornton Automotive of York, S3 Performance Training, Basil Insurance, BLM Construction and Remodeling, Fairview Early Learning Center, the YMCA of York, Good Deals, Wise Printing, Piccolo's Friendly Movers, but these Piccolo, they redefine the word friendly, Vertical Raise, and Gamlet. We at Sports Shooting Stars thank you for your continued support of our program. If you're interested in sponsoring with Sports Shooting Stars, please reach out via social media or send us an email at sportsshootingstars@gmail.com. And we are listening live here on Roxamore Sports Network in conjunction with the Niche TV Network. And things are falling and getting thrown all over the place in here, man. That's how excited they are. The powers that be in this group, man. Things falling, dropping.
Yeah, at least we're not getting attacked by wasps anymore, man.
Oh, that was fun early in the morning, man. We were getting attacked by wasps. We had an eagle outside. Oh, yeah. It was there. It was all over the place. But again, dreams pursued and dreams revealed. Roxamore Sports Network. Check them out. Roxamore Sports Network on social media.
Yeah, man. Definitely, I love covering these games, man. I love seeing the improvement from all these schools and love seeing just the progress. I mean, you see a sophomore go into a sport, already coming in swinging, looking great. By the time they're junior year, you see a vast improvement. Senior year, just second nature to these guys. And then next thing you know, you have scholarships to 13 universities across the country. It's absolutely just something you want to see. And, of course, family, friends, all that. I'm obviously proud of the athletes as well. But, as a commentator, it's just something I love.
Absolutely. It's a fun part of the gig, man.
Yeah.
We get to be at the hottest ticket in York for free, but not only that, we get to commentate it.
Absolutely.
You cannot beat this. And again, with big thanks to Sports Shooting Stars, Roxamore Sports. One more time, it is Dreams Pursued and Dreams Revealed, Roxamore Sports Network. And on the Roxamore Sports Network.
And you've been in this business for 16 years yourself, right, Jay? You've seen some legends come and go, and you've seen them. Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. Right now.
12 o'clock, and they still have not lined up to kick the football. Again, it is a typical Harrisburg game. If you came for a brief experience, this is not drive-through at McDonald's, man. This is Harrisburg football. You're going to be here a while. So if you're wanting us, if our wives, girlfriends, significant others are wanting us home, we'll probably be out of here about midnight. If this game doesn't go to overtime. I just cursed it. See, we got the boxing coach here just shot me the nasty look. The CEO, listen, I've seen your boxing acumen. I've seen your boxing chops. I'd like to consider us on a fairly friendly level. So we're going to not jinx ourselves and say anything further. But you got to drive back ahead of you. I got to drive back ahead of you.
Right.
Last time we said that,
it happened. Well, you know what else happens, and we can't say that on the air, but it does end with the word it.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Lions Coke at it yet again, but there's a flag on the play there. He managed to took it. Just looks like a little bit outside the 10-yard line at maybe 11 or 12, and then he ran it down to the 25th-yard line.
You got it, man. We got this under control. The CEO letting us know he's going to step out for a couple of cold sodas, resaturate himself, and enjoy the action on the field. We got it under control here, boss man.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got going on. right now on the field here, second half of the game, 9 seconds in. Saw a great run there by Elias Koch. My apologies to the Koch family. But we saw a great run there by that young man. But there was a flag on the play, and there is a penalty going towards Harrisburg.
We've already seen one penalty, and it's not even we're not even under 5 seconds into the second, so if the flags are flying.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a curse, man. If there's a curse in this game, it definitely has to do with penalties.
And there's a big run by Mickens. Bust through the hole. Gain of about 8. Going to be second down.
Beautifully done, beautifully done.
Should we squeeze the Scotty comments in while he's not away, or while the boss is in play? Let's squeeze the Scotty references in there.
By all means, man.
Let's squeeze the Scotty. We got to talk about Scotty. Scotty at
Off Script Media.
My man.
I'll Venmo you, man. For all the times I missed.
Check is in the mail.
Right now, that ball is not progressing to the 20-yard line. Great defense here by Imhotep. But again, we do have to consider that there was a penalty that brought him back 5 yards. Harrisburg, though, right now, he's still holding pretty strong. Second down and 2 to go at the 18-yard line.
10:50 left here in the third quarter. We're just getting warmed up here.
Let's see what we got.
Harrisburg getting the score to end the first half also was beneficial because they got the kickoff to start the second. So, it's wins in more ways than one for them.
A good handoff to the running back. Let's see what we have. Okay. Ball is now placed at the 22nd yard line. First down for Harrisburg. That's the Harrisburg Cougars. 2 to go. And we got fireworks already. We mentioned there should be fireworks here.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, there we are.
There were We've seen eagles. We've seen bees. We've seen bees get slaughtered. We've seen crap get thrown around the studio.
Yeah.
Now we see fireworks because why not? Why not? Where the fireworks are coming from, I'm assuming the York Revolution had just had a baseball game. I will tell you for a fact here momentarily. Either that or somebody's really liking our commentary.
Shooting from the parking lot. It looks like it's going to be an interference in the game, actually. Usually these things come afterwards.
Yeah, usually we get the fireworks after the game, but they probably saw, what, it's supposed to go on after the game. They probably saw it's 10 o'clock. We got noise violations and ordinances we got to face, so
right.
we're gonna surpass that.
Listen, man, I got ADHD. I'm distracted by beautiful colors, especially when they're shiny.
Noises.
So I can understand, man. If I'm on the field and I'm seeing fireworks, I'm getting distracted.
Oh, and busted behind the line of scrimmage, much to the delight of the Panther coaching staff in the booth next to us. And that's going to be a second down, loss of about 3. 2nd and 15. That's about 5 to be precise.
9 minutes to go. Harrisburg not gaining a lot of ground as they have previously. Right now, that defense is looking really good from Imhotep. Keeping them just outside the 20-yard line. Let's see how this offense goes. Progressing, looking great here. And breaks it down to the 20th-yard line finally. It looks like it's kind of hard to see there. It looks like that was number 74. Never mind. It was number 0, Princeton 10. They caught that ball and brought it down to the 20-yard line. It's just what they need right now. They got to get to at least the 40-yard line. They get kind of in a safer position. Because as we've seen time and time again, a few lost yards can push you closer to the end zone, and it could be an ugly situation.
Not to change gears here, but it looks like fireworks are going on both sides of the football field.
Is that happening?
Yes, sir. So a cell phone was lost in concessions. If you did lose your cell phone You're probably not listening to this, so disregard what I just said.
Buddy, I'm in the UK right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, bud, I'm listening to this in Paris, France, or Sweden or Denmark. I didn't lose my phone in York, PA.
Here we go on the offense. 3rd down and 11 at the 22nd yard line. Harrisburg on the attack. The quarterback has the ball. He's reading the field. He sends it to the right, and that pass is no good.
Just in and out of the hands. Looks like of Elias Koch.
Looks like also great defense there by number 1, that being Willie Norris.
Very, very good defense. And the smoke is starting to fill the booth, ladies and gentlemen. So if we suddenly stop talking, we probably passed out.
I got a gallon of water here. I'm good, man.
You got the gallon of water?
Let's see, 4th down, 11 at the 22nd yard line. I'm not sure with what options they're going to go with here. They're going to go ahead and kick it. Should have seen that one coming a mile away. Wow. Okay, let's see. Number 12 from Imhotep catches it, but slammed by number 74 from Imhotep. That being number 74, Kevin Brown.
Definitely mentioning that another Penn State recruit, Kevin Brown, with the big play.
Yeah, Kevin Brown. You can definitely see why, just based on the stats I'm seeing right here.
Oh, yes.
Just looking at this roster, senior, 6'5" height, 290 pounds. Exactly what the NFL needs right now. Let's see what we have on the offense as the ball has been moved to Imhotep's possession.
Just a bit outside the outstretched fingertips of number 6, Ahan Smith. Ayan.
I believe that was number 0, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, Princeton Dent.
It's the fireworks, man.
Why is everybody standing up looking over there? What's going on? There's a fight happening on the sidelines.
Well,
right now the game is still in action here. 2nd down and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So some looks like some extracurricular activities going on outside the booth. Certainly do not advertise that, man. That's we don't.
Yeah, those fireworks are very distracting.
Fireworks are distracting, man. Smoke's starting to cause my kimchi to go out of sorts. Now, speaking of fireworks, big run. He's at the 15 to 10 to 5 and a touchdown for the Panthers. He got nothing but gas.
Let's see what we have. That was
This looks like it was number 20, Yazid McCorkle. A sophomore with a big run, and it is now 20 to 19.
Wow.
Yeah, 20. Okay. So we have 20 with a first touchdown here for Imhotep, bringing them up 19 under 20. Just trailing along here, getting so close to it being a tied game. Right now, I just got to keep track of this.
Yeah, sure.
And that's the first touchdown here actually in the 3rd quarter.
Yep. Touchdown.
Imhotep.
McCorkle's first touchdown of the season. Sophomore, and the extra point is good, and we have a tie game, 20 to 20.
See what we got.
So we got all sorts of fireworks going on up in here.
It's the grand finale, man.
That is a grand finale. A good way to send out. So, folks, if you cannot hear us, I do apologize. The fireworks are loud. The smoke is louder.
And that wraps that up. Okay. And we have a tie game. As I say, hindsight's 2020, but right now
Did you see that McCorkle, right, number 20?
Oh, yeah.
Sophomore.
Oh,
They have all kinds of 10th graders coming out there, Imhotep. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's never
Absolutely.
dull. I mean, these teams are so loaded that I'm telling you, their JV teams could probably beat a lot of top varsity teams in the state. You got that's what separates the good from the great, man.
Absolutely.
You got to have great coaching. I don't care, Cal, Everett at Harrisburg and Coach Johnson at TEP.
Oh, absolutely.
Two of the best in the business right there.
And right now we're in the swing of things. That ball is alive and well, and now out of bounds. Fantastic catch up there, man. 20 and 20. I gotta say, I was so distracted by the fireworks, I actually missed who got that extra point in there. Who was that?
I believe that was, double check here. Yeah, the firework has got me all. Breaking news, fireworks have finally subsided. I believe that was Amir. We will double check and get that here in a
I can
minute.
always check in with the other guys.
Yeah.
Right now, it's looking pretty good here. Just a quick glance of the history of this game. Over at Harrisburg's side, we had number 1 with a touchdown, that being
Elias Koch.
Yep. And then 0 with the 2-point conversion, that being Princeton Dent.
Yep.
In the first quarter. In the second quarter, it was all Mickey, man.
Yeah, it's
Mickens, rather.
Mickens was certainly the messiah of the second quarter for Harrisburg.
Exactly. Gained 12 points in that second quarter, 2 touchdowns. And right now, in the second half, no action from Harrisburg in terms of touchdowns. But we do have a touchdown here in this quarter from number 20, that being, let me just take a glance here.
Number
Yazid
20
Mulkey.
was for, number 20, the freshman Yazid McCorkle. His first touchdown. Not only this season, I believe it was his first touchdown total, a sophomore. This team's, again, we're talking 2 teams that are loaded. As we mentioned to Dave before, man, you got their JV teams and their 9th grade teams could more than hold their own against some of the best in the state.
Absolutely. In the second quarter for Imhotep, it was number 13 with the first touchdown on that one, Brian Calmer, and then number 2 again, actually not again, Joe McLeish, who's the quarterback, and then we had number 5, Kareem Abdul-Haq. As we mentioned, he's a force to be reckoned with, man.
So
timeout request.
I think it's fair to say, no matter what your last name is, if your name is Kareem Abdul, you're going to be one considerably good athlete.
Absolutely, man. That is a very powerful name. And as the audience knows, we've been tripping over some really fancy names here. But, again, just great names, carry great legacies. Shout out to the families that encourage these athletes to make it this far. I mean, you see this happening, man. You see scholarships. You see universities lining up to get these people in their school. 13 universities for one individual across the entire nation. A lot of legends came out of Penn State University. I mean, according – also, we have our CEO, Leon Roxamore, who also graduated from Penn State.
Yeah.
But, it's definitely a lot of great opportunities here provided by the coaches, by the families, by you, the viewers. So, again, shout out to everybody that's watching this broadcast. And, again, shout out to our partner, who I'm here with right now from Sports Shooting Stars, Jay. Can't remember your last name, man.
We'll stick with Jay for now. I got one of them funky Italian last names. But I have a hard time saying most of the time. So we're gold, Max. We'll stick with Jay for now.
Jay's easy.
Direct snap. Going to gain some plus yardage, but not very much. Going to gain about a gain of maybe a yard or 2. It's going to be 3rd down.
Let's get in there. This game could go in either direction right now. We're looking at the 3rd quarter. But things looking high and mighty for both sides. As we mentioned, this was going to be a close game, and certainly did not disappoint. 3rd down and 11, 22 yards to go. Let's see what they're cooking up in the kitchen. Harrisburg on the offense with a shotgun formation. The quarterback has the ball. He's running it through, and it's looking juicy. Takes it past the 30-yard line. It looks like he ran it out at the 32-yard line. That was number 5 from Harrisburg, that being Jayon Lewis. Trying to see if I heard them say somebody's on the field, but I didn't quite catch that name. But
But Harrisburg going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Bit of an interesting gamble here for the Cougars.
Absolutely. And we got the Cougars with the first time out. So far, man, it's just been power against power, and just absolutely love it. Again, it's one of those things where they're playing very unpredictably. It's something that's just, it's not being stagnant. And we've seen that in other games where they just kind of go with the same strategy. It becomes very predictable. They pass it to the same person from time and time again. It's always the same two people, the quarterback, some wide receiver. But, I mean, they're switching things up here. I mean, I don't know if that's the quarterback's decision or if that's the coach just really getting this note into the mind that they should diversify things, defy expectations. I mean, that's ideally what you're supposed to do as an offense, make things as unfair as possible. And if you can find that opening and there's nobody blocking them, by all means, send that ball as far as you can until it's received and brought down into the end zone. Some risky plays here and there, but other than that, nothing foolish, I got to say. Aside from just the fouls that they've been making, I got to say it's quarterbacks have been making some really good decisions throughout this whole game.
They have. And like you said, Max, you brought it up very well. The last thing you want to be is transparent when you're running an offense. 4th down, yard to go. Cougars going to go for it here at the 32-yard line.
4th down and 1.
And hand off to Mickens, calling for the offsides. It's not going to make a difference either way because it looks like he may have come up short.
Yeah. Let's see what the referees go with this one. Looks like they're going to say it's good, actually.
Here come the tapes. And it's
34 yards. 4th down. Or 1st down, rather.
So he did make it enough for the 1st down. And a fresh set of possessions. Fresh set of downs, for Harrisburg.
Harrisburg doing what they do best, gaining some yardage here with tremendous speed. And number 0, that being Princeton, with a great run. Princeton dent. And taking it down almost to the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, a lot of great defense from Imhotep kind of blocked him away from that and chance to make more yards. But nonetheless, as a man that is not afraid to take it to the corner and try to avoid the defense, despite them closing in. And he has some pretty fancy footwork when it comes to avoiding them and maneuvering around them. But right now, it looks like there's a flag on the play. And that's a tale as old as this game has been going on for. It's just been back and forth with these fouls. It's a lot of lost opportunities, but I mean, we've seen these schools, Imhotep and Harrisburg, they can recover from just a quick little slip here and there.
Absolutely. Personal foul, though, was called against the Cougars. They're going to be moved back 5 yards. Number 74, Kevin Brown. Certainly not happy with the call by the referee, but and it's going to be a push back to the 19-yard line, 1st and 24.
It's a few minutes to go. And there was a false start.
And another penalty going to pin the Cougars even further back. False start, that's going to move them back 5 more yards.
Man.
And we're looking at now a 1st and 29.
Yeah, these fouls, man. It's like trying to run a race with a ball and chain to your ankle. But nonetheless, they are making good progress despite the regression here. I wonder what Imhotep has in mind in terms of a strategy to really take advantage of this.
It's a little surprise 4 wide out set here, Max. And somebody in the booth next to us yelling, "Thank you, Joe." A very satisfied coach in the booth next to us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can't blame him. Things looking good here for Imhotep in terms of holding them back. Strong defense 5 minutes ago. But Harrisburg, right now, making some gains here and there, but they keep losing that momentum due to fouls. So if they weren't getting so much regression from these fouls, they would be much further ahead. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I've been counting correctly, I think there's been 3 here so far.
Yep. Now we got a 3rd and 30 situation for the Cougars.
Snap back.
And
yeah.
Maybe in another delay of game, possibly.
I'm trying to read the referee here. Let's see what they say. Dead ball. And a false start.
So, a false start by number 16, Cation Judge. Again, more distance pushed back are the Cougars. It is now 3rd and 35.
Man, that is a rough situation there for Harrisburg. But right now, it's nothing they can't recover from. Imhotep, though, putting on the pressure, they can really take advantage of the situation. If there's just one slip up from Harrisburg, that could be very beneficial for Imhotep.
Oh, and he's fumbled. A little bit of flip. We're going to see if it's a loose ball. If it is a loose ball, the Panthers do have it deep in the red zone, and it looks like it is going to be
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Ball. An interesting call by Lewis. And now turnover deep in their own territory.
Oh,
yeah. And the Panthers have a chance to take their first lead of the game.
Could not be a worse situation, at least here in the 3rd quarter. They still have a chance in the 4th quarter, but right now, 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And that close down to the end zone. It's having to start right in the red zone as Imhotep, and knowing what they're capable of. That looks like a pretty a harsh reality that Harrisburg has to deal with, but we've seen the defense from Harrisburg. They can certainly hold them back and gain some ground themselves and push them back to the 40-yard line perhaps, but Imhotep, I mean, we've seen McLeish.
Oh, Max, after that last offensive drive, they're going to need something big on defense, and that ain't going to be it. Plows over the middle for a touchdown. That is going to be number 20, Yazid McCorkle, the sophomore, with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, great handoff there from McLeish to McCorkle. And, yeah, just like that. What a 26-point game. Well, actually, not 26-point game. That would be devastating.
26-20
right?
lead.
A 6-point game. Yeah, 26 over 20. And, yeah, I'm glad it's not a 26-point game.
Yeah, we seen that earlier today. We seen that our first game of the afternoon with James Buchanan all over York Tech.
Absolutely. I'm not even playing tonight. Sometimes full train when I see a huge gap like that. I'm like, come on, give him a break.
Just a little bit of a breather. But this half certainly, though, has been all Panthers thus far. And that's set up by the turnover deep in their own territory. Again, turnovers will cost you every single time. The extra point is good. And now the Panthers have their first lead of the game, 27-20, with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
And McLeish with the 2nd kick in. So that is 27. And 27. Running out of space on my score sheet here. But right now, it has been great momentum here from these two teams. And Imhotep, they were behind a little bit. It looks like that was going to slip away from them the 1st quarter, 2nd quarter, but they managed to tie things up in the 2nd quarter towards the end there. And now they have the lead just like that, 26 over 20. But Harrisburg, again, we've seen them business as usual. They're not going to take that kindly. They're going to absolutely come in here with absolute force. So stay tuned, folks. Right now, the ball's going to return down to Harrisburg, as they were going to have a shot of revenge here.
Well, and this is why the Panthers are generally one of the best teams in the state, Max. We've seen several opportunities in the first half where things did not necessarily go their way deep in the red zone, but they have come out firing on all cylinders here in the 2nd half. There's a kickoff return by number 0, Princeton Dent. Tackled.
Actually, that looks like number 8, if I'm not mistaken. 8? Yeah, number 8. That would be
Lewis Dillard with the return.
Yeah, no, that throws me off, man. When that shine gets on those numbers, it looks like it could be anything. A 6, an 8, a 0.
Take your educated guesses.
Exactly, yeah. 4 minutes and 4 seconds ago. It's definitely doable here, man. We've seen Harrisburg cover massive ground, especially when it's in the hands of Mickens or Dent or Koch. Let's see what the winning strategy is here for this play.
Hand off to Mickens.
gained some ground there. It looked like a 5-yard gain, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where they placed the line of scrimmage at, but looks like that might have been a good decision. A line of scrimmage has been moved down to the 29-yard line. Offense is not looking too shabby here from Harrisburg. I mean, they did suffer a lot of penalties that kept pushing them back down to the end zone, and then an ugly situation got even worse when Imhotep took advantage of that, snagged the ball, and turned it into the end zone with a touchdown. But if Harrisburg plays its cards right, he gained some good ground here.
Hand off to number 3, Jawan Johnson.
Jawan Johnson. Good speed on that young man. Unfortunately, just didn't gain as much ground as he planned. Strong defense from Imhotep. Hopefully this won't be history repeating itself. And by history, I mean just a few minutes ago. They're still down on their side of the field. And by they, I mean Harrisburg is still down on their side of the field at the 25-yard line. Actually, 27-yard line. 26. Never mind. Snapback is going to happen right now in the hands of the quarterback. He's reading the field. It looks like he's going to gun it straight, and that he did, into the hands of the one and only Elias Koch.
Yes, sir. A big catch, as you said, a great catch for Koch. It is going to be a first down. The chains keep moving for the Cougars.
Absolutely great shot from the 25-yard line down to the 37-yard line, caught by Elias Koch. That buys them the yardage they need for this game in the second quarter. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. We've seen a lot happen in just 30 seconds, so let's just see how Harrisburg handles this one. What they cannot afford right now is another foul. And like I said, if this game has any curse out of it, it's definitely with the fouls.
And there it is, Mickens. There's a big run. He's at the 30, at the 20. This one is going the distance, ladies and gentlemen. Messiah Mickens, 4-6.
Messiah Mickens with the first touchdown in the third quarter for Imhotep. His third touchdown in this game. My, oh, me, my. We're looking at a tied game. Can you believe it?
That's what you call a home run hit from a home run hitter. Messiah Mickens took that coast to coast. Minute he had the football in his hands and he broke that hole, you knew what the end result was going to be. I did speak it into existence.
You manifested it, man.
Oh, no, I did. Yeah, I just got reminded. I just was getting the look. I thought the boss man was satisfied with my call, and he just reminded me I spoke overtime into existence, so now I'm going to officially speak it out of existence. All this time I thought you were liking my call there.
Man,
oh God!
That what happens to me is anytime I say somebody's gonna surely make it into a goal, touchdown, what have you, it goes the opposite way. The commentators jinx, but you managed to benefit the field in this regard. So congratulations, man. Pat yourself on the back.
I thought I spoke into existence a touchdown run. I'm like, wait, what did I speak into existence? He says overtime. Oh yeah, well, you know, hey, why not, right? Okay, I better not say why not too loud.
It's the last game of this event. So, I mean, I don't know if
it is not tied. It is now 27-26 Harrisburg. And here's the thing about the Cougars, Max. You know, it's even when they fall behind in situations like that where they get put on the ropes, when you've got an explosive weapon like Messiah Mickens, when you've got weapons like Elias Koch, it is just one play away from quickly gaining the momentum right back into their hands, and the Cougars have done just that.
Absolutely. Now, 1 point can make the difference here. We'll see how the fourth quarter turns out, but 1 minute and 49 seconds is what's left of the third quarter, and although right now the it says 2 quarters. No, third quarter. Okay, never mind. All right, it's been a long day, man.
Hey, it's been a long, productive, enjoyable day from opening kickoff of James Buchanan and York Tech to the 1 minute 49 second mark now. It has been our absolute privilege to bring you all the exciting action of today and yesterday's York Rose Bowl, man, here on Roxamore Sports Shooting Stars. It's a great way to close it out because let's be honest, Max, the first 2 games, pretty one-sided. I mean, game one was a, let's call it nicely, with respect to my friends at York Tech, was a one-sided beatdown.
Yeah,
Then game 2, it sort of got away from McDevitt at the end. But this one,
Right.
we called it, Max. We did speak one thing, and it was just we said this is going to be one of those games that comes down to the wire. And so far, fait accompli.
Absolutely. You love to see it, man. And not so much that, though.
That one's going to be a touchback. Who will win this battle of the cats? Who will survive and live to reign the cat litter box?
I'm sure if I look around the internet hard enough, I can actually find the stats, the probability if who would actually win, a cougar or a cougar or oh my gosh.
Cougar or panther?
Not a panda. It's been such a long day, man.
Yeah, cougar or panther?
Panther, there we go.
Cougar or panther?
Yes.
No, panda is Bonner Pendergast. That's the pandas.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, was victorious earlier today in high school football action, looking to cap off another state title in Class 4A.
Indeed, it's the Panthers versus the Cougars, and right now that is a great catch there by number 5, but that defense is coming in strong. Man, he was going up against a whole lot of meat there. That was number 5 from Imhotep. Let me just take a look. There was Kareem Abdul-Haq at it again. But, man, you got 5 guys on you, and you're still standing on your 2 feet, and they're coming at you at full force, trying to get you on the ground. That is good an indication of how strong that gentleman really is.
Oh, yes, he is a snowplow out there, man. He's one of the many players on the Panther squad that he gets the football in his hands. You're going to need to put extra effort in there to get him to the ground. Believe me, these are some Philly cheesesteak eating young kids, and I don't mean that in a bad way, man. You ate a good cheesesteak. It's going to give you that Popeye power, man. It's going to.
I mean, that's a good endorsement. I mean, here in New York, Pennsylvania, they do have some pretty good food out here. And Philly cheesesteaks, it's one of them, man. You're not far from Philadelphia and not far from Harrisburg and not far from York, PA. And I don't know, maybe I'm biased. I just got to say, Eastern Pennsylvania makes the best cheesesteaks. So
there's no close second, my brother.
Yeah.
So if anybody that's a cheesesteak connoisseur wants to sponsor the program, by all means, feel free to hit us up at roxamoresports.com. And we will even be the personal taste testers for you to let you know this passes the stomach test.
Think, man.
Hey, man. There's an old saying, if it's free, it's for me, dude.
A great run there by number 7. He took it all the way down to the 15-yard line. That was number 7 from Imhotep, that being Ward.
I don't know what other food I could speak of that say these kids eat. They say the steak eaters. Well, you got the cheesesteak eaters. I mean, I could have said cream cheese eaters, but that's.
I mean, you got whey protein.
That sounded so good. That's not as much protein, man.
Liquid diets. I mean, my cousin, he plays for Pitt University, and he says there's days where they just go strictly off a liquid diet and then don't eat anything at all, which I can't imagine doing because that would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, no thank you.
Much respect to these athletes, though.
Oh, big catch. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. At the 30. At the 25. He just juked him right out of his shoes. He just deked him, and he is taking this to the house.
Number 18
my goodness.
from Imhotep with a touchdown, that being Murphy.
That is by It may be.
Yeah, I see a flag on the field here. Yeah, I see.
Buyer beware. Buyer Murphy with the touchdown, and I can't tell if they're enthusiastic or angry.
I'm hearing a lot of anger from the coaches next door, so I'm assuming did not count. I don't see it changing on the scoreboard here.
It is coming back. Oh, an amazing play by Buyer Murphy where he absolutely stole that man's sneakers and broke some ankles in a good way along the way for the touchdown, but it is going to be called back due to a penalty.
Man, oh man, what a rough news that was, man. It had everybody off their feet, though. I mean, it had everybody fooled, so.
It did.
Definitely a good run there. And definitely a good indication of the power that number 18 has, that being Murphy.
Man, that is what you call the joy of victory and the agony of defeat all in one play.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah, it's penalties, man. Penalties are the bane of every school team's existence, man. A penalty can be the difference between 7 points and wind up having to punt. Now it's 3rd and 13. And it could be in a game this close. You're right. That penalty could be the difference between a Week 1 W and the trip back to Philadelphia. Not so happy.
We shall see what this is going to turn out to be. We got 1 quarter left, 4.2 seconds left of this quarter. Go out with a bang. Why not tie things up? Make things interesting, intense.
And back to throw. He lets that one rip. And it is picked off by who's got that number 5 with the interception. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that is Jayan Lewis. And that brings an end to the 3rd quarter. Talk about a wave of emotions in the final 5 seconds of the game. We saw an amazing touchdown reception called back. And it ends with an interception, and Harrisburg heading into the 4th, deep in their own territory.
Absolutely. That was a fantastic run there. Nothing less that you would expect from Lewis, man. He is absolutely always on the money. That guy is fine-tuned for this sport. Well, let's see what he plays otherwise, but football right now, this fantastic footwork there. You just try to run it in. Great defense, kept him out. That could have been a very ugly situation going into the 4th quarter, but right now the score is almost tied here, 26-27, 27 being in Imhotep's honor.
We got the Cougars up again, Max, up by 1, 27-26, heading into the 4th quarter, deep in their own territory. So, a touchdown here. I mean, again, the Panthers just had the complete wind taken out of their sail in one play. This sport is all about momentum. Big time shift. It looked like it was headed their way, but unfortunately it's headed the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's been that way throughout the whole game. I mean, a lot of ground made and a lot of ground regressed as well. Be it just great defense and be it mostly, from what we've been seeing, fouls.
While we wait for the two sides to line up, let's go ahead and pay some bills. Thanks some sponsors here.
Absolutely.
We got our main man, Scotty from Off Script Media. Thank you very much, Scotty, for your service. We also got the Niche TV Network. On behalf of Sports Shooting Stars, I'd like to thank some of our season-long sponsors. We got OSS Health, Thornton Automotive of York, Ashtree Performance Training, Bastille Insurance, BLM Construction and Remodeling, Fairview Early Learning Center. We got to play here under Sentinels. We'll go back and a fumble, and it's quickly snapped up. Loss of down.
Yep.
And we got some more here. York, YMCA of York, Good Deals, Wise Printing, Piccolos, Friendly Movers, Vertical Rays, and Gamlet. We at Sports Shooting Stars, thank you for your continued support of our program. If you're interested in sponsoring with Sports Shooting Stars, please reach out via social media or send us an email at sportsshootingstars@gmail.com. Now that those bills are paid, Max, let us get back to a thrilling 4th quarter action.
Absolutely.
In a 1-point game.
11 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And right now we're looking at Harrisburg on the offense outside of the end zone here and taken out. But they are in the red zone. Make no mistake, this looks like this could be a good upper hand situation for Harrisburg.
And that Mickens with the run. You can expect to see a healthy dose of the Messiah here. Messiah Mickens deep in the red zone with Harrisburg on a roll here.
The guy is a beast. He has 3 touchdowns to his name here in this game overall. Ooh. Right now, it's going to be somebody that gets this touchdown in the last quarter.
We think.
Let's see who starts it off. Right now, it's looking like this could be Harrisburg. Snapback is made.
Hand off the Mickens, and he swarmed.
Man.
Swarmed by the Panther defense. Loss of yards.
Yeah. Fast feet on Mickens. Ooh, and unfortunately, we have looks like a player that is down. Looks like a number 30. Or no, okay, maybe not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, looks.
We got a injured player with some cramps on the field. Looks like it's going to be number 30. That being Ethan Mapp, the defensive lineman for the Panthers. We got 4th down and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Ethan Mapp, a 6'1", 240-pound sophomore defensive linebacker. And definitely exactly what you need on the field here. So him being off the field is A loss for Imhotep. I mean, this has been great defense from both sides all around, but Imhotep has really been able to hold back Harrisburg's pressure. I mean, the offense from Harrisburg, it's just phenomenal, man. I would say they're actually faster than Imhotep in a lot of ways because we've seen so many clean breakthroughs and so many good yard gains, 10 to 20-yard gains. I would say it's what I've been seeing on average when they do get those clean breakaways. But, yeah, the defense right now has just been absolutely on the money here for Imhotep. So rest easy, man, and take a quick breather, give yourself a pat on the back. You've just been absolutely doing a fantastic participation with your team.
Well, and big ups to the Panther defense here. You know, they were put in an unideal situation, a hardly good situation, and managed to hold the Cougars without reaching the end zone, at least here on 4th down. And Harrisburg going to go for it on 4th and 7 rather than go for the field goal. Interesting call by Cal Everett, but again, Coach Everett wanted the best in the state for a reason. We'll see if this one pays out. Looking for Koch. Koch has got some room. He's got some ability, and that is a touchdown. Elias Koch.
He's at it yet again.
With the 14-yard grab on the pass from Lewis, and the 4th down gamble pays off in a big-time way. Cougars go up 33-26.
Indeed. Fantastic. Koch at it yet again with another touchdown. That's his 2nd touchdown here in this game. I'd say just the way he was playing, it was only a matter of time before he got another touchdown, man. And that jump.
He had some hang time on that, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely some good skills that he's just been fine-tuning. And in that moment, that was definitely exactly what Harrisburg needed. Right now they have the lead, 33-26. They're going to go in and kick it in. You're looking at number 28 from Harrisburg with the extra point. And it looks like it's good.
No good. No good.
What is wrong with my eyes, man?
It's the angle.
Okay.
It's the angle.
It's the angle.
I got to tell you, though, man, if Koch has some, football prowess, but I'm telling you what, man, Steve Pikey's got to be watching this. Just lost Age Bailey, just lost Harper. Pay attention to this young man, Elias Koch, man. He's got some hang time that might get Rutgers back to some prominence at the hoops if he plays that angle.
Yeah, Elias Koch is the real deal, man. He's been doing that for Harrisburg since his freshman year, and every year he's just gotten better and better. I believe he's a 4-star, but everybody in the arena and the stadium knew the ball was going to Elias Koch there. When they need a play to happen, they just throw the ball up and he makes a play. I mean, he's, like I said, Randy Moss, whatever you want to call it, man. He does a little bit of everything, and really he's creating his own lane because he's such a great student athlete, and Rutgers have a gem on their hands when he gets to their stadium.
I agree. Mr. Automatic, Elias Koch. And you were over in the booth. You were over in the side, just across from me saying this is going to Koch. You called that a mile and a half away, my man.
Yeah, all you got to do is throw the ball to Elias, man. He's doing a great job. Got to give a lot of credit to Harrisburg coach Cal Everett. He knows talent, and he puts the talent right there in the forefront. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, sophomore, or junior, or senior. I mean, he's scouting. He knows who's good and who's not, and he does a great job of letting his players – he plays towards his players' skill set. He knows, just throw the ball to Elias, and he's going to go ahead and make a play. That's right. And I'll let you guys get back to the game.
Well, thank you for that expert analysis, Mr. Jones. Always a pleasure talking with you on here.
Absolutely.
And
9 minutes and 50 seconds ago.
That's why my man, Dew Jones, at Sports Shooting Stars, man, he has his fingerprint on the pulse of all things in Central Pennsylvania high school football. He got the Harrisburg schools, the York schools. Added bonus to what's been a heck of a day of broadcasting with us, man.
Absolutely, man. Just fantastic people all around. Great event. Just absolutely love it. A little bit of stretching there on the field. Some of these athletes dealing with some cramps here and there. But right now, we are at the 46-yard line. Imhotep back in action, getting a chance at redemption here. Let's see what we got. This game is close. Again, this is a Rose Bowl event, and we got a flag on the play.
We got some chippiness on the field, a little bit of pushing, a little bit of shoving. And a game like this late, it's a false start on the Panthers. Everyone going to be moved back. So we're going to see emotions at an all-time high, man, here in the fourth quarter of a close game. but don't want to get too emotional because then that leads to some flags flying, and again, the progress you're looking to make getting stunted.
Again, man, it's a common situation here. They lose some ground, but it's nothing they can't handle. That was looking like a pretty good opportunity for an interception there by Harrisburg, but the ball was intended to go to, let's see, I'm trying to see that number. My eyes don't have zoom in, unfortunately. It looks like 32, if I'm not mistaken, from Imhotep. That would be Kamani Brinkley. If I'm looking at that correctly, he's getting close, but I can't quite see that number. Man. Number 12. No.
Number 12
Number
for
12. Okay.
Tep. That is going to be Malik Drayton for the Panthers. We got a 2nd and 15. Handoff going to number 0, Coleman. And here's a big rip. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Inside the 25-yard line. Finally pushed out of bounds. A very good run and a smart run by Coleman. Sorry, Max.
No, I was just saying he was tackled by Elias Koch also. I mean, you have two powerful people going at each, one on the offense and one on the defense. And just a fantastic a fantastic display of power here.
See, I'm getting it because I called it into existence, a close game. But after 2 blowouts, this is fun to call, man. A game like this, which we expected no less, with 2 of the best teams in the state of Pennsylvania in Class 6A, if not all around. You know, you get number 3 and number 8. So far, the hype is real, man. The game has delivered.
You just had that commentator's magic, man. You sprinkled it on the field, and now we got a close game here. So.
Not too close.
But again, I'm not sure about the rules for the Rose Bowl. I don't know if they go into overtime for the very last game here, or if they're just going to say it's a tie or what.
No, but
they go in overtime.
This counts as a regular season. Yeah, this counts as a regular season game for them. So they're not going to, they're going to. Well, it's not going to happen. I'll just say that it's not. For my main man here next to me, I'm going to say that's not going to happen. But in the interim, that it may, yes, they would continue playing until somebody won. I'm done speaking now. I'm done speaking. He's about to mute my microphone, and I enjoy talking on a microphone. I'm enjoying what I'm doing here, man.
Absolutely.
So I don't want my mic muted, so I'm going to stop saying anything further about what. Never mind. Never mind.
I strongly believe, Jay and Max, watching this game when it was 2020, that this game was going to come down to who has the ball last, and this looked like that's what's going to happen. That looked like this is what's going to happen. Time of possession is very important in football. You want to go ahead and burn as much clock as you can, and these two teams are very tight-knitted. They're going right against each other, and I strongly believe when the score was 20-20, it's going to come down to who has the ball last. And Cal Everett, coach for Harrisburg, he always has something up his sleeve, so it'll look like he'll have the ball with the last few minutes of the game.
It's certainly looking that way, and I mean that is, you follow enough, that is Harrisburg football 101, always down to the wire. Oh, he was. Yeah,
but I absolutely agree with that. It's been back and forth with these two teams, and yeah, like you said, I do believe the same. Whoever has it last, I mean, I could definitely see them making put all your eggs in one basket kind of go and just run it in as best as you can, and I can absolutely see them nailing it,
And you know what's so cool, Max, about this game? These two teams, they're not going to see each other again for the rest of the season. So, they're looking to win. They're not looking for any ties. They're going to go for the win. If it's a 2-point conversion or a field goal, they're looking to win, and they want to get this game done in regulation if it comes down to it.
Absolutely in a sack there. Absolutely do. Again, you're talking 2 state-ranked teams, 2 of the best in the state. They're not wanting to walk away here with the L. I mean, they're not looking to play safe. They're looking to escape week 1 with the W in hand, and it's the first time they've met since 2017. This is not a normal matchup we see. So, you're talking almost a decade since the 2 met last time, and this has been every bit as good as we thought it'd be.
And here's the thing. Both coaches are thinking the same way we're thinking. Hey, we want this game to be done in regulation. It's been a long day. So you're going to see some big-time plays come down the stretch here with a little less than 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, and you got that, and then you've got each of these teams have big matchups next week. You got the Battle of Harrisburg between the Cougars and McDevitt, and then you got the Panthers traveling up to Brooklyn to play one of New York's best teams. So neither one of these are going to want to spend too much energy on this game and not, for lack of a better term, hit the skids next week.
Yeah, both teams have a great pedigree. They travel, as you said again, up and down the East Coast. They play some major teams. They always reload. It doesn't matter what the graduating class does. They always have new guys coming in that's ready to play. Got to give a lot of credit to both coaching staffs on Imhotep and as well as Harrisburg. They do a great job of having their guys ready, prepared, and playing some big-time football. A lot of teams in the first game or two of the season, they kind of, pick some cupcakes, or some teams they know it can kind of walk through to get some of their plays out, but not Harrisburg, not Imhotep, and teams like that. They get the big boys right off the bat because they train so hard during the summer, and they do those scrimmages. They want to play big boy football every single game. There's no cupcakes on their schedule.
And you know what? It's easy to load up on cupcakes. I mean, I'm not going to name names, but there is a state title team that yesterday won 60-6. They were against a team that was 0-10 last year. Okay, incomplete. The better you load up a talent, the better opponents you play in the regular season, the more it's going to make you prepared for the month of December and November and December when the playoffs start.
And sorry, Max, one more time. There's one more thing I want to say, Max. I apologize. But this is a crucial play of the game, in my opinion. Very crucial play. It's 4th and 9. Imhotep does have the ball. They got to make a completion, at least get a first down. Because if they don't get a first down, that's going to give the ball back to Harrisburg. Harrisburg's going to grind that clock. They're going to grind the clock as much as possible and make it very hard for Imhotep to get back into the game. So it's going to be very crucial what happens here. Let's see what the play call is.
Back to throw. He's finding the open man, and that is tipped and nearly picked off, but
hey, great defense.
Absolutely.
Great defense. And I believe that's what you want. Complementary football. Your offense is rolling. Your defense come up with big-time plays when you absolutely need it. Now, let's see how Harrisburg conducts this next 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Now, I don't know off the top. Can't really see that far. How many timeouts does Imhotep have?
They have one timeout remaining.
One timeout remaining. So they can only stop the clock one time. There's no 2 minute. What's that called? 2
minute warning.
2 minute warning. I'm sorry. There's no 2 minute warning in high school, so you don't have one time to stop that clock. If I know Cal Everett, coach for Harrisburg, he's great coach. He's going to burn that clock as much as possible. They're looking for first downs, 3 yards and some dust each play. They just get a first down and just keep wearing down that clock.
Absolutely. And I got to ask you, Max. For Coach Devin Johnson, this is now the 5th possession that was inside the Harrisburg red zone that has come away empty-handed. He's going to be looking at the tape of this and saying, look, it's some lost opportunities on the table that in a close game may be make or break.
Yeah, and no matter what happens at the end of this game, both teams can hold their head high. They put on a great show. This was the marquee matchup for the York Rose Bowl, and they put on a great show so far. And they're going to watch film tomorrow, bright and early probably, tomorrow morning, even tonight, the coaches. And they're going to see their mistakes and where they can benefit and where they need to get a little bit better at. But like I said, these guys, both teams are playing excellent football. It's not a blowout. It's competitive. This is exactly what you want to see. It almost feels like December football.
Absolutely. And, hey, that's – like you said, though, if you are going to get these mistakes out of the way, now is, even though a game like this of this magnitude, you don't want to lose, but if you're going to get the mistakes, it's better to have them in August, September, and, prepare for later on in the season.
And we say mistakes, and there's one right there, and that's a face mask against Imhotep, and that's going to give Harrisburg an automatic first down and 15 yards down the field.
That's some – yep. One of the tales of the tape, we said at the beginning, is keep the mistakes at minimum, keep the penalties at minimum, win the time of possession battle. So far, been unable to capitalize on that.
And we don't have the time of possession for both teams currently available to us, but later on I'm very curious to see the time of possession between Harrisburg and Imhotep, because I believe whoever had the ball the longest is the team that probably walked away with the victory.
So mercifully there, it was dual penalties, off penalties, so the two offset one another. But a missed, certainly a dodged 100-mile-an-hour fastball, for lack of a better term.
Well, that could actually help out Imhotep because it's 2nd and 7, and that does stop the clock. So it's that. Well, I'm sorry, the clock just started just now. I thought the clock did stop, but like I said, Harrisburg is not in no rush to get the play off. They want to keep burning that clock as much as possible.
Absolutely. I'm going to predict double overtime.
No, let me predict the win and not he said they're going to run 3
I believe that both coaches, they know it's been a long day. They know the fans are in the stands. They know the players are getting a little bit tired. You know, this is about 10:30. We're running to about 10:30 at night. These are just student athletes. These are 16, 17, 18-year-old guys putting it all on the line right now and giving us a great show, to be honest. Big shout out to York High, Smallsfield, and also Ron Corsi, as we often say.
There's a handoff, and he's going to bust some holes and gain some plus yardage.
And that's a first down.
And that is a first down. Big time. Big first down. Looked like that was Princeton Dent with the run, number 0.
And that's a first down for Harrisburg. And it also helps out Imhotep a little bit as well, because going out of bounds does stop the clock. So you have some time on the clock. The clock's not burning yet. Yeah, you want to try to keep him in bounds as much as possible. You want to stay in bounds for Harrisburg as much as possible. You don't want to give Imhotep any opportunity to get back into this game. I don't expect any more throws. I expect all runs for the rest of this game, at least for Harrisburg.
A healthy dose of Messiah Mickens,
yes.
And, Princeton Dent as well. And like you said, though, when you got the possession and you're up in a close game, you want to chew as much of that clock as possible. That's the time of possession battle that we've talked about so frequently, do.
Well, you want to play smart football. You wonder why Coach Cal Everett, he has 4 straight district championships, because he does play smart football. He knows how to win, and right now it's on display. You're going to see how Harrisburg can close out a game against a top-ranked team in the state of Pennsylvania.
As mentioned, Cougars at their own 36-yard line here on this first down.
I think everybody in the stadium knows that number 0 is getting the ball for the Cougars, the running back.
Plausibly, it looks like Coke open, but yep, you're right, Ron, but he is stuffed.
And they snuffed that one out.
Scrimmage.
Yes, sir, they snuffed that one out. But that's okay. Like I said again, Harrisburg is looking to just burn that clock and make them call a timeout.
With 1 left, the time doesn't work against him. So, again, smart strategy with 1 timeout left. Run. Let the clock go as much as you can, because once that timeout's burned, it's done. They want to.
Second down and 13 at the 34-yard line.
Yep, they're going to run this clock down as much as they humanly can before calling a timeout, as they did.
Right.
So that's the benefit of having the 2 timeouts. Now they can burn another. They burn that one. They have another one to suffice. But you got to be a little bit careful here, though, with this, because again, it is a close game. You're talking about a potent Panther offense that's capable of scoring on any given play. So when you've got that few timeouts, you want to be clock conscious, but at the same time, you don't want to be too free with your timeouts.
Yeah, and with it being 2nd and 13, I believe Imhotep's coach is like, hey, we're in a good situation. They have to get 13 yards to get a first down. They're probably going to kick the ball once it comes 4th down. So they have to stop them on the next 2 plays. The 2nd down and 3rd down is going to be so crucial to not allow them to get 13 yards, because they do have an opportunity to get the ball back, but they got to get it done in the trenches, because we know that Harrisburg's going to run the ball. So if they can stop in these next 2 plays, Imhotep has a chance, to get some points back on the board and get the ball back in their hands.
Absolutely.
And real quick, with this last 5 minutes, guys, just imagine of how many fans and coaches are watching this game right now, because they know this is big boy football, and this is a great week 1 action.
Oh yes. And there was a handoff, but we did hear the whistles blown, so a dead play.
We got another false start here.
Go ahead.
5 minutes and 17 seconds ago.
So the window of opportunity shrunk that much more.
7-point gap here. Could be what makes the difference.
It's true.
Let's see what we got.
So,
like I said, Harrisburg might just bleed the clock down, and that might be the winning strategy here.
Yeah, but with that play stopped, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here at 2nd and 18. Looks like they're going to hand it to Mickens. No surprise. Actually going to hand it off.
Oh.
And he's going to be stuffed with short yardage. But again, time of the essence for the Cougars. Going to let that clock continue to run down.
Yep. Princeton Dent seems to be the go-to guy in this situation. Really knows how to drive it down the field. And, again, tremendous strength here, pushing through the defense. Less than 5 minutes ago. Let's see what we have. On 3rd down and 12 at the 35-yard line.
And a big matchup here. Keep an eye on sophomore Devon Benjamin Bradley, the defensive back, lined up with the assignment of trying to stop Elias Koch. An interesting 3rd down. You know they're going to throw here, possibly, and he has that idea in mind. He has plenty of time to get rid of football, but he's smacked, and the football comes loose, and Imhotep with the recovery. And as you hear in the booth, let's go, the gentleman said, let's go. Added a few extra words into there that we can't say on the broadcast, but excitement galore and a huge swing of momentum
I gotta say,
for
man,
Imhotep.
He had more excitement than the entire audience there, so. Right now, it's looking like a good situation for Imhotep here.
So, again, 2 turnovers deep in territory, squandered so far, but it's crucial here, though. We have seen problems that Imhotep has had all game long of scoring deep in deep in Cougar territory, excuse me. So, you know, if I'm them, that's where you lean on your best player, which let's give the ball to Coleman here, if I'm the Panthers, and let him take that big stand.
All right, let's see where we're at right now with this game. Imhotep on the attack. 1st down and 10.
So here's the question. So dump pass to number 7. And he moves the chains forward.
Down to the 33-yard line.
Yep.
Number 7 from Imhotep, that being Ward.
Ronell Wood. Yep, Word. And the clock still continues to roll. Time working against the Panthers, but an interesting question here to think about. They're not going to. The one thing they don't want to do is score too quickly to give Harrisburg time to go the distance of the field and get a point of their own and win the game. They're going to want to try to chew as much clock as they can and score late and force the Cougars to pull off a late-minute miracle.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely going to require a lot of great precision here for that to happen, because you do want to make a touchdown, but you don't want it being with such a large amount of time on the clock still left for a possibility of that going the opposite way. So right now, Imhotep is doing a lot of work here, trying to bleed out the clock while building potential here on the field.
That's right.
Let's see what we have going forward as it's 3 minutes and 10 seconds, 3rd down and 7.
Big play here for the Panthers, 3rd and 7 at the 35.
Snapback is made.
And handoff and a big run over the middle for number 7 for the.
That's Ward yet again.
Yep.
And then taken down by number 3, Charles Belser.
Yep. Ward with the 1st down run.
I lied. Was not taken down by Charles Belser. I'm looking at the wrong roster here. Taken down by Johnson.
And again, the clock continues to tick. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left to go. Ward with a big 1st down for the Panthers. Another handoff. He busts over the middle for some plus yardage. Looks like he gains about 3 or 4. That one going to be Word yet again.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a heavy dose of Rondell Word here late in the 4th quarter. And the clock continues to churn. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. A very, very good clock management 101 skills here displayed by the Panthers. Big pass, and it's going to be completed for some yards, but there goes a penalty flag.
Yeah. A good pass over to otherwise.
Pollard with the reception on that one. But there is a flag down, so big time plus for whoever, because it does stop the clock.
Absolutely. What would you say the winning strategy is?
Well, real quick, Max, with that stop of the clock, I think that helps Harrisburg. For the first time in the game, I seen Harrisburg look a little bit tired on defense. They were giving up some big-time chunk yardage, so that penalty actually stopped the clock and gave Harrisburg an opportunity to catch their breath. They have to make a play on defense, because right now Imhotep seems like they're in the driver's seat and pushing the ball down the field.
Absolutely.
And what would you say the winning strategy is?
Well, I say the winning strategy is keep throwing the ball, keep getting the ball down the field, then feed it to number 0 in the backfield.
All right, let's see what we got here.
And that's a pick.
Oh, and that is a pick, and that should put the exclamation point and seal the deal for Harrisburg. Again, all was going in their favor, and one play just ended this football game with 1:58 left. Again, it's not over till it's over, but you know for a fact that the Cougars are going to run, and the Panthers only have one timeout left to stop the clock.
Let's let it bleed out right now. 33 over 26, 1:58 to go, fourth quarter. Man, what a show it has been here so far. Things are looking pretty spiffy here as we end this game.
Boy, Max, I got to tell you, Max, I don't mean to beat the same dead horse, but now that is 8 different possessions that they had deep in Harrisburg territory that they walked away without any kind of points. So that's when we look back at this game in a nutshell, the lost opportunities and the left points on the board are going to be what's going to haunt Imhotep for a while.
Most certainly, it's been eating away at them. Right now, right now we got a little bit more ways to go, but we have a flag, and it's going to be Harrisburg that loses some yard here.
But again, it should be mentioned, Imhotep did use their last timeout. So,
yeah. And I was saying that Imhotep did a great job of not using their timeout too early. They did a great job moving the ball down the field. Have a lot of respect for both ball clubs. I mean, this is only week 1, and it feels like a state championship game, if you don't mind me saying that, because of the high level quality between both football teams and both coaches.
Absolutely. And the key word here, it is week 1, dude.
Yes.
There's a lot of football between now and November when the playoffs start. And you know a quality program like Imhotep is going to learn a lot from this game and only continue to progress and, make another run at a state title.
Yeah, and like Max said to me earlier, what is the game plan to, exit so Harrisburg can win the game? Absolutely. And right now, like I said, run the ball one time and nail it. I mean, nail the ball twice. Well, we'll see what happens, but I know they're going to run the ball here, but they may end up nailing the ball because Imhotep cannot stop the clock.
No, they can't. For some reason, though, it does look like the clock has been stopped. So once he said they get this one play off, it's pretty much elementary at this point.
Turn of possession, and it's going to be very basic right here. You're going to see a handoff.
Yep, something simple, something basic. There's a big handoff. Again, gains a couple of yards, give it 2. We'll call it 2, possibly 3 due. But again, the big key there is this starts the clock that is not going to stop.
Yes, and big shout-out to number 74 for Harrisburg, Kevin Brown. He's been pancaking guys the whole game. I mean, he's just a force to be reckoned with. 6'5", I believe, listed at 265. I mean, he's just a juggernaut of a young man. He's probably only about 18 years old.
A minute 25 and counting here in the fourth quarter. York Rose Bowl coming to a close with an absolute thriller. As we expected to.
Absolutely. Also want to give a big shout out to Max, Roxamore Sports Network and all their staff and their crew. Is a great opportunity for us to work with them again. First time I met Max. Like I said, first time meeting Jay as well, as far as inside the booth. So it's been a really good time, man. You guys did a great job. The synergy is there. I mean, you got the great voice, man. Like I said, you guys know your stuff, and you was locked and loaded the whole day, man. You guys kept the energy up from the very first get-go until this very last game, and that's almost 10 hours of football, and you guys never stopped, man. You kept a smile on your face, had a good time, and like I said, this game was everything we wanted it to be, and like I said, we had the right people calling the game as well.
Oh, that's
absolutely. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's been a pleasure working with all you guys.
Likewise.
Just had such good chemistry here, and it's been just a wonderful event. Giving the recognition to these athletes so they get the spotlight on the prospects that they have going forward, and looking forward to year 5. I mean, again, shout out to Ron Corsi, shout out to everybody that has made this event special.
And I want to take the opportunity to thank you for giving an opportunity to to me and Max to call this game, man. It's there ain't a better place I'd rather be on Saturday than here. You messaged me on Facebook, said, "Are you interested?" I said, "Is the Pope Catholic?" And I just the only sad part that we're gonna have is it's coming to an end.
Absolutely.
Hey, like we said again, this is the beginning of a lot of good things, guys. Like I said, sports is something that happens year-round. There's always some big-time events happening. It's the state of Pennsylvania, so I guarantee we're going to run into each other several more times this year and the years to follow.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
And we got exactly 1 minute left here. Got to go out with a bang. or maybe just bleed it out. We'll see. But either way, fantastic game.
I have a quick question for you guys. What do you believe was the biggest play of the game that you thought happened that really changed the dynamic of this game?
I mean, without sounding cliche and passe, that pick at the final drive, really. I mean, I know it's easy to say that because that's what solidified the ball game, but that pick really, I think, was the play that stands out above the rest.
Absolutely, and they say defense wins championships. So for Harrisburg to walk away with a defensive play, and they got 4 district championships back to back to back, that just kind of shows you the pedigree and how they teach their football. It starts on the defensive end. Offense is always great, but defense wins championships, and I think that's what Cal Everett, coach for Harrisburg, tips his hat on with his team. I mean, they can walk around with their heads high, but here's the thing: you only got a couple days until you got another team next week. So they gotta have a short memory. You gotta enjoy this victory. You put on a great show in York County at Smalls Field, but hey, in 2 days you're preparing for another team.
Oh, yeah, and listen, they got McDevitt next week to the Panthers. There it is. That is the exclamation point. He is taking that the distance. He said he should have slid, but he's going to end it with the touchdown run, 49 yards. And that is what you call closing out the game with a bang, my friends.
Messiah Mickens at it yet again. Beautiful work by that young man throughout the whole game. 4 touchdowns altogether. Actually, 5 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, he's serious business.
But I want to solidify. I want to follow up with what Dew said there, though. Listen, this is a big win for Harrisburg against a ranked team, state-ranked team, but they cannot rest on their laurels because they got McDevitt next week, and McDevitt coming off a loss today. The last thing they want to do is fall 0-2, and they don't want to lose to Harrisburg. That is just a foregone
Absolutely
conclusion.
not. Beautiful work there.
And
our boss is happy that's
overtime. And for Imhotep, they travel up, they travel home. They host, American Academy. They host a pretty good team here in week 2, coming all the way down from Brooklyn. So again, you lick your wounds, you move on, and again, we got a lot of football left. You will be seeing these two teams both playing meaningful football in the month of December.
And that's it.
And that'll 4.4 seconds left, but both teams are walking off the field. No point in continuing this.
40 over to 26. Beautifully done with that extra point kicked inside of there. And, man, I got to say, man, we said this was going to happen. It's going to be a close game. We expected that to happen from what we saw based on the records. Lo and behold, offense was looking great. There was a lot of fouls that definitely cost them along the way, but I mean the pressure from both sides was definitely making it an anybody's game kind of situation. But in the end, like it was said, just bleed the clock a little bit and get that final touchdown in there. That's going to solidify the deal, and that is indeed what happened. That, as well as that extra point that they had, definitely gave them some edge there. But Harrisburg right now has turned an ugly situation into a victory. So well done, Harrisburg. And then Imhotep. Obviously, no shine off it, man. They came in there swinging. They managed to recover at the second quarter, third quarter. We've had just a quick little highlight here. We've had the first touchdown from Imhotep. Actually, I lied to you. First touchdown from Harrisburg from number 1, that being Elias Cook. And then a extra point kicked in by 0. Or actually, a 2-point conversion run in by Princeton Dent in the first quarter. And then we had the second quarter, which was all Messiah Mickens with 2 touchdowns to his name, bringing 12 points in that game. And then third quarter, again, Messiah Mickens. And then, again, Messiah Mickens with the last touchdown. But before that was Elias Cook.
That's right. So, listen, I mean, let's be real here. We got, second quarter on. We were talking about how Imhotep did a fine job of keeping Mickens under control. You knew it was just a matter of time, and breakout in a big-time way did he.
Exactly.
Expect to see a lot more of that. This is just the beginning of what's going to be a stellar senior season for Messiah Mickens.
Exactly, and we did have on Imhotep, they did manage to make some touchdowns. In the second quarter, number 13, we had Brian Comer with the touchdown. Then number 2, Joe McLeish. Number 5, Kareem Abdullah Haq. And then number 20, 2 times, Yazid Mikoko.
And, Max, that will wrap it up. Hate to interrupt you there, but that does wrap it up.
Good, man.
Harrisburg with a 40-26 victory. We're going to have the post-game show here Before we call it a wrap from the York Rose Bowl, here at Smalls Field, the two teams congratulating each other for a heck of a football game.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, boy. Can you guys hear a pretty face here? How are we doing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here in Roxamore Sports Live. It has been an absolute pleasure covering the 4th year of the Rose Bowl Kickoff Classic here in York, Pennsylvania. Again, shout out to Corsi, shout out to everybody that made this event special. Of course, special shout out to you guys who make this event possible as well with your viewership. And yeah, it was a fantastic game, man. It's rough going at the last few minutes of that game. They bled the clock, but Harrisburg ended up taking away the victory, 40-26. For a while, they were leading 34-26. But yeah, that last touchdown by Messiah Mickens, he was fast on his feet throughout the whole game. You cannot argue with results. 5 touchdowns by that young man, and then that was enough to do the job. So he has a lot of bragging rights going back home.
Absolutely, a lot of bragging rights. The king of Harrisburg on high school gridiron stands, reigns supreme yet again for another week, Max. And next week, the Battle of Harrisburg. You got the Cougars, you got McDevitt. That's going to be a blitzer.
Absolutely. And of course, you can get more action here at Roxamore Sports Live. And of course, this is my man, Jay from Sports Shooting Stars. Finally got it right, man. And then, of course, special shout out to our buddies, Niche TV Network, as well as Scotty Off Scripts Medias. Finally got it right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. And any final thoughts from you two gentlemen?
Max, I just got to say, man, it has been an absolute pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure calling 3 games of high school football here at the York Rose Bowl. Said my only regret is it's over, but hey, you'll be seeing plenty more of us in weeks and months to come.
Absolutely. What about you, man? Do you have any final thoughts?
No final thoughts offhand for the game, man, but I just want to give you guys a lot of credit. You did a great job out there today. Like I said, you guys held it down all Saturday. It was 3 games, action-packed. You guys professional, kept the energy up, just did a great job, man. It was a pleasure working with you guys, man. Great job. Make sure you drive home safe tonight if you're driving home. Like I said, let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. It's time to go home.
Got one thing to say to all you guys. Max, throw her in there, brother.
All right,
guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. And again, it has been a pleasure. Shout out to Ron Corsi. We'll see you guys, of course, with more action here on Roxamore Sports Live, as well as with Shooting Stars. Sports Shooting Stars. All rights are reserved to our CEO and executive producer, Leon Rockymore. Any use of copyright footage must have written consent in order to use it. You can catch more action on all platforms. If you go to roxamoresports.com, you can check what those are. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting tongue-tied. It's been a long day. Absolutely love you. We'll see you around. Thank you for joining.